Morning, good afternoon, wherever you may be. Welcome to another episode of your Average Day Joes. I'm your host, C.
And Jay, what's up?
What's up, everybody? I hope everybody is having a great Thursday. I know we are having a pretty good day overall. Jay, how are you feeling, my brother?
Good, nice and sore. Excellent. I embrace that. Means it was a hard week in the gym. So
Zach,
good
Zach.
stuff. Yeah, for sure.
In case you guys missed it, we did go live yesterday at the gym. We did have a pretty good session. We did biceps, tries, and we also did some abs. So definitely check that out if you missed it. And it was like a Q&A, so definitely even if you see the video afterwards, you can still put something in the comments if you do have questions. And if we see we look through the comments, so we'll see it and then we'll
Good,
definitely reply to you guys. So
good boy.
it's never too late. It's never too late is the point of that. All right, let us move on. We did have some NFL today, so let's get into sports action. What is going on?
Yes, sir. Let's pull it up, man. It just fine. The game just ended, by the way. It was on Amazon Prime Video. I was literally making my list. So Amazon has a cool feature. They have the video right here, of football. I'm here making my list, and I was cutting my hair at the same time.
Okay,
Yeah, I
multitasker.
know, man. Multitask, bro. I thrive doing that, man. I thrive doing that. So the Packers, they beat the Commanders 27-18. Let me tell you, man. I told you the pack looks strong, bro. They obviously got an excellent defense. Jordan Love, he's looking more and more. Let's say he's working on the kinks, because the past few years he was obviously young, but he's definitely working out everything. And obviously having Josh Jacobs, the ex-Raider running back, he's a tank, bro. And he was trending for them too. He's doing good for them, and they've got it. They've got what it takes to get to the next level, I believe, man. Obviously they're gonna have to play, they're gonna have to dethrone the Eagles in the NFC, but man, the pack looks strong, bro. They definitely look strong. That picking up Josh Jacobs, I told you, was very important for them.
Yeah,
You
for
know what
sure.
I mean? And now just putting it all together, yeah, like they got the running game, they got excellent defense. It's all on their quarterback now, and he's learning every game. So they're going to be a force to reckon with, dude. And their coach, excellent coach, man. He's a great coach. He goes under the radar a lot of the times, but
Yeah.
he's a great coach, dude. You know. So that game just ended, man. 27-18.
Any,
I thought it would be a little closer because the Commanders, but the pack is too strong.
yeah. No, I understand.
They're a strong squad, dude. They jumped out to that 14-3 lead, and yeah, they held it the rest of the way. It was like, we got this. So
Yeah.
yeah, man. Very,
Any,
very.
did you get to watch the game at all or not?
Yeah. So yeah, I was cutting my hair, so
Oh,
I was watching some plays here and there. The cool thing was in the beginning of the game as well. Obviously, they held a moment of silence, in honor of Charlie Kirk.
yeah.
So it was kind of cool. It was nice to see the flags at Lambeau, everything, like half staff in honor of Kirk and, because of what happened yesterday. And it was just cool to see, especially at Lambeau. Lambeau's that very historic place, even though it is the newer Lambeau. But it's a cool place it was good that they did that. I thought that was very good.
Yeah, for sure.
They did that in a few stadiums today and as well as in baseball. So I'll get into that when we talk about baseball after.
Yeah, for sure.
Yes.
Um, just FYI, we got Tiz Justin in the house saying "Sup, gang." What up,
So what's up, gang? You get your workout in or not yet?
Justin?
We got to know about that. That's important.
Yeah, yeah. Got to
Or were
see
you
it.
watching? Or were you watching NFL like everyone else? See, I was watching NFL, making my Amazon list and cutting my hair. So NFL very important here.
Multitasking. That's why
Got
we
to,
go
man.
to the gym at 1 in the morning when there's no sports, no nothing. Everything is just chill.
It's so true though, man. Because yeah, man.
Very little people to deal with. And then
Yeah,
even the days that we don't go that late, we're doing it like on a Sunday where like there
yeah.
is not that many people
Not a
either.
lot of people. Yeah, exactly.
So it's all good. It's all good.
Yeah, exactly, man. That's just how it has to be, man. But
I
yeah,
can't.
so
Before we even started our show, remember we started going to the gym in like Millbrae. Like, bro, that was so hard to try to like record and
that was
trying
like the
to.
worst. Well,
Yeah.
that gym's like the size of like, like uh a locker room. You know what I mean? Like it's hella small.
TYS Justin says Jez drove back, so he got it in. And
Okay, good. And then you right here, right in time for our show. That's perfect.
he said I got in some light back, so he got.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, it's smart because he's doing chess tomorrow. So yeah, man.
He says tomorrow's chest, then 2 rest days.
Smart. You got to have the rest days. Even I had to learn that over the years because I never wanted rest days, but they're very good for your body because you have to let your body repair the muscle that you just broke down. That's why it's important to eat right too. You know what I mean? Nutrition is very important. So.
And as
Yeah,
you
man.
as like even with us, like as we get older, I remember we used to go and hit up the gym 5-6 times a week, even sometimes 7. But
Yeah.
now it's like we're literally working 4 days a week at the gym, and we're taking 3 days off because we're taking that extra time to recover. Because I don't know about you, but I mean, even for me, when I go back and after I do legs on Sunday, I feel like a beast. Like I can do anything because I just after we hit that core up again, you know what I mean? It just reinforces everything weeks before, you know?
Well, I try to do core at my house. Remember?
Yeah. We
Yeah. So I'll
tried,
pick
and
a
then I
day.
was like, "Bro, you doing it without me? What's going on here? Let's start
Yeah.
going up in the gym of the 4th day again."
Yeah, but I'll still do it at my house where I'll do some because I definitely got to do planks for the core and every now and then some just some crunches, sit-ups, little leg lifts. Very, just minimal stuff at the house, but just to keep it relevant.
Uh,
It's very important.
I totally feel it. Me and the wifey be getting some cardio in too. I don't know what you
Yeah, no, I'm just talking about straight abs and core.
mean.
That's it. Bless you.
Bless you.
Bless you. But yeah, so that was the grand finale for that game. Game is over.
Nice.
Yes, sir.
All right. So, yeah, there's no games until Sunday for the NFL then, right?
Yeah, exactly. We'll have college. Obviously, I'll report on college tomorrow. College will start up Saturday.
Yeah.
Plenty of games on college, and then tomorrow, usually Fridays, it's always all the high school. Sometimes they'll have college games on Friday, but it's mostly the high school games.
Right.
Friday night lights. So it's perfect. Football every day. You know what I mean? Basically, besides Tuesday and Wednesday, it's the only days. So yeah, we could get in. We could get in other stuff if you
Fun
know.
times. Fun times.
No, for sure, for sure.
All right. Well, let's move on then and get into some MLB scores.
Oh, you want me to go? Okay, let's go MLB, bro. I didn't know you want me to hop up in the MLB. Cool, let's do it. There are 2 current games right now. The Padres and the Rockies. Padres are up 2-0 on the top of the 8th. And we have the Mariners and Angels locked in at 4 on the top of the 6th. Those are only 2 current games right now. Earlier today, we had the Yankees and Tigers, and I told you one of my trends was had to do with that. Why? Because President Trump was at the Yankees game. It was cool seeing President Trump there, bro. That's pretty legit. They haven't had like a sitting president in like that since Bush in 2001. I remember those times too. Yeah, because September 11 attacks. You know what I mean? It's 9/11 today. Obviously, I'm wearing my 9/11 Ground Zero shirt. I've been there. You know what I mean? And I was in the towers before, like not before it happened, but I was in the towers before they were knocked down. You know what I'm saying? So I'm always showing love out there. I used to go to New York every year for like about 15, 16 years. I love NY. So
You
it was
think
cool seeing Trump there, man. You know what I mean?
yeah.
He even had a speech there. You know what I mean? So it was cool. Most definitely.
You think that was the whole like Bin Laden thing did that, or you think that was more insider shit?
What, 9/11?
Yeah.
Oh
Was it
man,
an inside job?
obviously. Yeah, man. That was all. It was all insurance money.
Yeah, yeah. I just want to
That's
see your
all.
opinion because they tried
Of
to do it
course.
in '94 back in the day before that happened too,
93.
or '93. Yeah,
Yeah.
they tried to do that, but
No,
they
but
didn't succeed.
yeah, I mean, it's common sense 20 something years later, bro, because at first I'm very, very pro-American. I actually recorded that stuff, bro. I recorded everything when it happened, like every news channel. I have all on tape. I recorded it, because I was so like, oh my God, we need to retaliate. I was one of those people. And then, years go by and you're like, oh, because I would go Like, I told you I was in those towers, and then I would go each year, like check ground zero, see how everything's going, how's everyone doing, everything, and then each year, and then like 5, 10 years down the road, you're like, oh, you start compiling what happened, everyone's videos, this and that, and then, yeah, it was very shocking because I was like, oh wow, this really was inside. You know what I mean? It wasn't just inside. It was like using that to get to other things around the world,
Yeah.
and then the person who re-upped on his nice insurance thing, I forgot his name, Larry something, because remember, he just re-upped on insurance before that happened. So he got paid out God knows how much. You know what I mean?
He would have a name like Larry.
Right? Exactly. That's why I remember the first name. I don't remember the last name, but I was like, oh my God. And then, yeah, just putting all this, everything together, even how everything fell and how, everything, because, it wasn't just the tower. There was multiple things that were hit that day, and just, yeah, definitely
How's that plan?
diversions. No, they're all diversions.
Oh, I
A
know.
lot of it's diversion. You know what I mean? But it's like sacrificing, like making an omelet, breaking eggs. You know what I'm saying? You can't make an omelet without breaking eggs, and that was their theory with that. You know what I mean? They
You know what?
sacrificed a lot of people that day, and it was fucked up.
Not only that, but that also helped them to introduce like the whole uh Big Brother. Like there was all these
Yeah,
acts that got introduced for
I
extra
know.
security, so
Of course.
people literally lost their sovereignty that day.
Yeah,
And
that's
so
what I'm saying, man. And utilize that to get to where they had to get to. Remember, it was somewhere I forgot the Middle East exactly where, but remember to finish. George Bush wanted to finish what his father was finishing. Remember?
in Iraq.
Oh, there you go. So what better way to do it than, hey, look, let's use this, utilize it. Because I told you at that time, I was like, go, come on, man, get over there and start killing. You know me, very patriotic, bro. But
You're
not doing any research on anything. You
Yeah,
know,
exactly. Bro, you think you were patriotic? I was going to college at that time when it happened, right?
yeah.
Tell me why that day in the morning when it happened, I showed up to my class and the teacher, not only did he come late, but when he walked in and he was all armied out, bro, like in all army gear,
Oh
fucking
wow.
bandana on, like, bro, he was ready to go. And this dude was older, like he was
Yeah.
like a nerd, like I was going to college, so
Uh huh.
he was like a nerd guy, like he wasn't like, you know what I mean, like he wasn't like a guy you would think is gonna
Yeah.
go all out like that and just start trying to like be in war. Like that
Yeah.
shit surprised the shit out of me. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah. It was. I remember what I was doing that day too. You know what I mean? I got woken up by an ex. She called me and I was like, what the hell are you talking about? It was like 7 in the morning, I was like, what the hell are you, what? Because there on some days I would go pick her up and, and take her to her class in college, because she was in college at that time. And I was like, yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah. I was like, and when it takes me a while to wake up. And when I finally did, I was like, oh shit, you weren't lying. So I recorded everything for like hours, like, 2 straight days. And then like, when I've gone over, like I could put this stuff on when I do make it digital, dude, you can see all the different media things spinning everything. It's crazy.
Yeah.
It is. It's some crazy footage, man. I have some crazy footage of a lot of shit. It's pretty cool actually, because just to know I have that, I'm like, damn, dude, it's very you know, you it's a lot of remembrance, you know what I mean? It's
Um,
pretty cool to have things like that.
right.
But
This Justin says, "Damn, y'all unks! I wasn't even a concept in 2001."
he said a concept. He said a concept. That's hella funny, man.
Yeah,
That's
man.
hella funny, man. Yeah, man.
Shit.
Yeah,
Yeah,
man.
life is crazy,
That's
man.
just it really is, man. It really is. But I remember that day vividly, bro. Because like I said, I used to go to New York every year, man. You know what I mean?
I know.
And so yeah, let me get back to the scores, man. That was good. That was good 9/11 talk. It's good we had the silence for Charlie Kirk in the Packers game. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, so the Yankees ended up winning that game, of course. You got to ride the crowd, and they won 9-3. So that's cool that President Trump was there, though. I was hoping he would do that. You know what I mean? All right. Phillies beat the Mets 6-4. That they were also trending because they swept the Mets. So Phillies, they did work on the Mets, dude. Mets were trending for the wrong reasons.
Yeah.
So that the other New York team represented right.
Really?
Yeah, the Yankees.
Yeah.
It made more sense, right? Whenever you think of New York, do you ever think of the Mets? I don't think anyone does.
Nope.
Everyone always, it's the Yanks, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, the Guardians beat the Royals 3-2. Marlins blanked the Nationals 5-0. Blue Jays blanked the Astros 6-0. White Sox beat the Rays 5-1. And the Orioles, they beat the Pirates 3-2. That's the only games today. Obviously, Thursday night football, you're always going to have less games.
Yeah.
So, yes. And that, like I said, Packers look strong, bro. They definitely high on the strength chart. One of the strong, I think they're top 3 in the NFL for sure, without a doubt. I know it's only week 2, but, I told you that whole Michael Parsons signing, that was huge, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
He's a problem, dude, on defense for any quarterback he's facing.
That's true. For sure.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So, but yeah, that's all the baseball scores, bro, and everything that was trending sports-wise.
All right, then. Let's move on and get into some Jay Did You Know?
Yes, sir.
Just going to do like some top 5 of Jay Did You Know? Jay, did you know that geologists find direct evidence of an extraterrestrial impact and tsunami in North Carolina?
North Carolina?
Yeah, out of all places.
Damn, okay.
Yep.
That's interesting.
Yeah, no, definitely. North Carolina, that's home, It's home, second home. For some.
For sure, bro. Of
Let's see, Jay. So you know the concept of the Darwin theory?
course.
They're saying that scientists capture first ever footage of rare fish climbing waterfalls.
Okay.
Yep, so fish are learning to climb.
Okay.
Let's see what else we got. Jay, did you know that Amazon's Zoox launches its autonomous robotaxi service on the Las Vegas Strip?
So did they start or no?
Yep,
They're just
it just
so
started.
they started.
Yeah.
Then why did they start there and not here? They got a
Because
they
Vegas,
got a fleet here.
yeah, but the Vegas Strip is just like it's a strip. Like it's like what I mean, the easy. So basically, when I see Zooks around my house, they're literally going from like one headquarter building to another one, and they just keep going back and forth, back and forth. So I think for them, they they 100% got that down because it's a much bigger vehicle. It can hold much more people. It's not like your regular type of vehicle.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they have a couple vehicles. You know that, right? So they have
Yeah.
they have a mini white SUV.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah, and there's a shit ton of them. I saw it. I went to their headquarters, Zooks. It's right there downtown, right next to is it Brian or Brandon? I can't remember. It's Brian or Brandon. It's right there, right underneath the little overpasses.
Right.
I told you I've been there. And then they have across the street from that headquarters, they have where they plug them all in.
Yeah.
It's indoor. It's all indoor. But that's what I mean. Why would they start in Vegas? Not here. That's weird. Why? Less traffic, maybe?
Maybe.
I know they're going to start here ASAP. I already know. It's a perfect season to start, too. Football, baseball, everything going on. Everyone's going to need rides.
Exactly.
That's why Waymo's so busy. They killing the game right now, man.
Yep.
For sure.
TYS Justin says, where was Superman dropped in lore again?
Well, hold on, what?
Where was Superman dropped in lore again? LORE, lore?
I don't know if you finished the thing.
Was that?
I don't know if you finished the thing or if it's from the new Superman because I haven't seen the new Superman.
Oh, you haven't? Okay.
No. I remember I reported it when it came out.
Yeah.
It looked good. I didn't see the new Superman though.
Exactly. And we got Maribel, my wife, in the house saying hello, watching from San Bruno.
Bruno. What up in Bruno? What is
Hello.
she at? Is she by St. Robert's?
No. She's right down the street.
Oh, I always forget about that. Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, okay.
So, so
All
yeah,
right, okay. So all the way down the hill.
yeah, down the
Okay,
hill.
that's considered Bruno.
It's like right on the border, but yeah, I think so.
Yeah, no, that's got to be Millbrae.
I don't know because I think the school district was already Cappuccino. You know?
Yeah, but so that school is in Millbrae. That
Oh, is it?
school's considered San Bruno, but
Yeah,
everything around it is Millbrae.
gotcha. Well, they could be Milbury still then. I mean,
It
it
has
makes
no, it
sense.
has to be Millbrae because
Yeah.
across El Camino, is San Bruno.
Oh, I got you. I got you.
Yeah, like you know where Jack is.
Yeah.
That's all San Bruno, all the
Uh-huh.
way until El Rancho.
Oh, okay. Well, they're
That,
in Milbury then.
that's what I'm saying because they're across the street.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They're
that's all
they're
Millbrae.
they're in Milbury, but they got San Bruno's weather. You know.
Of course.
Yeah. And and my wife is reminding me, but I was already gonna do it. She didn't have to
What?
remind.
Do
It's
what?
so they're there because it's my brother-in-law's wife's birthday today, so they're celebrating Len's birthday. So I wanted to
Okay, cool.
shout out to Len, happy birthday. Hope you are having a great day today. Much love, much love.
That's what's up. Right down the hill.
Right
I'll
down
hit.
the hill.
I'll just drive down there, hear them partying.
So I'm saying I'm sure they'll welcome you with some cake, and you know you can
Be like,
definitely
what up?
what up, fam? They'll be ready for you. I'll let them
That's
know.
hella funny.
They actually know now anyway.
That's hella funny.
uh, all right, Jay, did you know that a massive seaweed belt stretching from Africa to the Caribbean is changing the ocean?
Seaweed belt? Damn.
Yeah.
No, I didn't know. No,
So
that's hella.
remember, you know how like 10 years ago it was the plastic belt?
Yeah.
Now it's the seaweed belt. There's always
Damn.
something, right?
That's a trip. Wow.
Oh man.
Wow.
Let's see here, Jay. Last one. Did you know that U.S. places an 11 million bounty on a Ukrainian ransomware mastermind who allegedly stole 18 billion from large companies over 3 years?
Damn. 18 billion?
18 billion.
How?
He's a ransomware, like he does ransomware, like yeah, it says that
18 billion. Wow.
yeah, it's a cyber. It's like cyber shit. You know, he's doing cyber crime, like phishing.
Oh, so he's probably, yeah, he's probably, he
So
probably
he's a
has like,
hacker.
yeah, he has like worms in different accounts taking
Yep.
going to his. Wow,
Yeah.
that's impressive. That's impressive. Damn.
I mean, that
18
much. That's
billion.
impressive. Yeah, dude. I'm
That's
surprised
what
that.
I mean. 18 billion? Like that means little worms he's been putting in other people's thing is like taking little of each so you don't
Right.
notice it. Wow. That's crazy.
Yep.
Wow. That's impressive. I'm like, damn, I'm impressed.
Let's see here, Jay. Last one I'm going to get into. Jay, did you know that they are finding tiger mosquitoes in Wisconsin? It's an invasive insect that has been spotted in Wisconsin, and while it may pose disease risks, experts say it struggles to survive the state's winters.
I was just about to say, bro, how's that going to survive? It's cold as shit there in winter. Everything's frozen.
I know. So they're struggling, but they're trying. They're trying.
Yeah, but they ain't going to survive that winter, man. The frozen
Uh,
tundra, bro. It's where the pack play.
Yeah, no. It says that the Asian tiger mosquito, originally from Asia, was first discovered in Wisconsin in 2017. Since then, it has been concentrated in small population pockets near Madison and Milwaukee, and they've called that because they have this. They have a sort. They're called what they're called because they have a sort of a black and white stripe on their body, not because they're
Oh, okay.
particularly dangerous or anything like that.
Okay. Okay.
So that's good for the people.
Yeah, exactly.
They're not dangerous, but they are tiger. They call them tigers.
Yeah, that was kind of crazy. I was like, what?
And Mary Bell says, "Yes, please come right now."
I could come on my phone and stream. That's kind of
Exactly.
funny.
That would be
Kind
funny.
of funny.
And Tis Justin says, "Dude getting recruited by FBI after being caught for show."
You're talking about the manhunt, right?
Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah, for sure. Hopefully they find him, man. We'll get
He's
into that time.
dude. If history is repeating itself, he's already probably part of the CIA, bro. It's not like, you know what I mean? Like, I think he already been on the inside, and this was all a hit. If you
Well,
guys
of course
video,
he's on the inside. Okay, if you are trained, you know how to stay away and keep out of everything.
yeah,
That's why. That's the whole reason he hasn't been caught yet.
there's no way if he was an amateur, he wouldn't have been caught already.
That's what I
There's
mean.
no
That's what
way.
I'm saying. That's what I mean. So
He's definitely on the inside.
of
and
course he
and
is.
well, we'll get into Charlie Kirk's segment in a bit anyway, so don't
Yeah.
worry about that. But yeah, definitely. Let's go over your top 10 best long-lasting sedans for drivers who hate repairs. I know you, Jay.
He said drivers who hate repairs.
Drivers that
Like
hate
no one
repairs.
likes repair. No one likes repairs, bro.
I'm
No
gonna
one.
give you I'm gonna give you a sedan you can buy then, Jay, so that you won't ever really have to repair it.
I have too many cars.
Well, I already know.
It is very unnecessary for me to.
Whenever you're ready to trade in that Thunderbird, we got you.
My old school T-Bird. I don't know, man. That's
Uh,
sentimental. That's sentimental.
I mean,
That's different.
I understand, but you know what I'm saying? You got 3 cars with the same engine. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. You got to change something here.
You're right. You're right about that. I like that V8, but that's different. That's more sentimental. That's why.
Well, at least, yeah, one of the 3.
I know you're right. You're right. I could.
You know, get something
I
that's
could.
going to be long lasting and you can drive every day as a, daily driver.
Yeah. Well, I
Um,
mean, I have my daily drivers, so
yeah, I
it'll
know.
be good.
I know. Let's get into it. At number 10, we have your 2026 Honda Civic sedan. It's so it has one of the hugest percentages of lasting over 250,000 miles. It comes in a 4-cylinder engine, front-wheel drive, 150 horsepower, with 133
Good.
feet-pounds of torque. At number 9, you have your 2026 Toyota Corolla, also with a high percentage of going over 250,000 miles. Has a 10-speed automatic CVT now. They bring CVT to Toyotas, but they are front-wheel drive, 169 horses with 151 pounds of torque. At number 8, Jay, you have your 2025 Lexus IS. It has huge percentage chance of lasting over 250,000 miles. Has also it's an i4 engine, 2-liter, 241 horses, 258 pounds of torque, rear wheel drive. At number 7, you have a 2025 Lexus ES, a 10% chance of hitting over 250,000 miles. Also, 2.5-liter 4-cylinder, 203 horses, 184 pounds of torque. At number 6, you have your 2025 Toyota Camry, 11% chance lasting over 250,000 miles, 184 horses, 163 pounds of torque. At number 5, 2026 Toyota Prius, also 12% chance of going over 250,000 miles, 150 horses, 139 pounds of torque. Number 4, you have your 2025 Honda Accord Hybrid, a 13% chance, 250,000 miles. That one is 146 horses with 134 pounds of torque. Number 3, we got your 2024 Toyota Camry. It's a 13.5% chance of going over 250,000 miles. So it looks like that one is actually stronger than the 2025. So remember, guys, 2024 Camry is a better deal. It'll last you longer. Number 2, you have your 2025 Honda Accord. That one is a 16% chance to last over 250,000 miles. And in your number 1 spot, you're going to have a 2022 Toyota Avalon. That one is a 22% chance of lasting over 250,000 miles. And that's probably because it comes with a 3.5-liter V6 engine uh, with an 8-speed automatic non-CVT transmission, has 301 horses with 267 pounds of torque. So yeah, the Toyota Avalon for the win to be the longest lasting sedan on the road. Basically bulletproof, and it does have the bigger engine, so that does make sense to me.
Well, I'll tell you, 2 of my cars I have will last over 350,000 minimum.
Yeah.
My Lexus and my Mercedes will both last till then
Right.
for sure, without a
Right.
doubt. I'm not even. I put all the best stuff in it all the time. Take care of them. They'll definitely last till over 350.
Never.
and they're not even close. They're not even close to 200. Let's just say. Well,
Right.
my Lex is kind of close, but
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, but that's it.
What's your Lexus at?
Man, what was it? I haven't driven my Lexus since 2019. Um,
The
I
180s?
think it's yeah, exactly. I think it is. So that it's about halfway to
180.
that.
180,
Yeah,
and that shit looks like it's brand new, dude.
yeah. Well, no, I wouldn't say looks anymore like brand new because I've had to
Well, it
put a
did
couple
when I
new things.
remembered it.
Yeah. No, yeah, yeah. But I mean,
When you
it
were driving
runs.
it.
It runs really. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Of course, it runs really good though. Really, really good. So
Jay,
love that.
y'all, Average Day Joes, if y'all don't know, man, you'll know when Jay pulls up to you in a Lexus because it'll be the only Lexus you'll ever see that's going to have like screens up in the seats and you'll see him watching movies. Like, yeah, man, it's another level type shit.
Yeah, my Lex was definitely iconic for a lot of years, man.
Yeah. And Tis Justin, going back to his previous statement about getting recruited by the FBI, he was actually talking about one man robbing $18 billion.
Oh shit, yeah, of course.
Oh
18 Billy, Jesus, man. He
yeah, that's why
probably.
they're trying to. That's why they're trying to find him in the U.S. He's not even. You know what I mean? Like,
Oh
who?
yeah.
Yeah, they didn't even
Well,
say
that
that he
yeah.
robbed U.S. companies, so who knows?
Nah. He's probably all around the. He's probably getting everyone, bro.
Yeah, exactly,
And
exactly.
then the first person that does catch him, they're gonna offer him a job.
Right,
Hey, you know what? You work for us. We'll take this away. In those type of matters, quid
yeah,
pro quo, bro. You brought it up yesterday.
right,
You
right.
know, I help you, you help me. We ain't gonna send your ass to prison. Okay,
Yep.
that's all it is. That's all it
Yeah.
is. And then they'll want to use him. Hey, we need you to spy on them. We need you to hack into their shit. Come on, now. Thank you.
That's how it works.
Exactly, bro. Quid pro quo.
All right, guys, let us get into our trending breaking topics because we do have a good one and a few good ones.
We have a lot of good ones.
Crazy ass ones again. It was another kind of crazy day, but not as crazy as yesterday. So thank God for that. But let's see what is going on in today's trending topics. Starting with, of course, it is September 11th. So, with all respect, Jay, what is for the people who might have not, been a concept yet? What do you,
He said
what
not a constant.
tell them about the day.
So 9/11, man. Prayers, never forget. It was a very sad day in history. Over 3,000 people perished in that building. You know what I mean? And a little silent break for it. But yeah, 9/11 was trending today. Obviously, Twin Towers, they were very, very iconic. The World Trade. You know what I mean? And that was trending heavy today. Obviously, we had the Packers did a thing for Charlie Kirk, and then obviously for 9/11, President Trump was at Yankee Stadium, very emotional in New York because that's obviously where World Trade was when that happened. And yeah, man, just that was a sad day in American history. And then obviously yesterday we had a sad day as well. You know what I'm saying? Crazy stuff that's been happening. But 9/11 was trending. I'll always, talk about never forget, all that stuff, 9/11. And I don't know if you've been, but I've been to the what they put there. It's kind of cool what they put there. They put a nice memorial down there. You know what I mean? So it's really nice. I have all that on my phones and stuff. So it's kind of cool. Have you seen any of the stuff they built there or no?
Yeah, I'm not like personally, but yeah, I've seen it like
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, it's very, very empowering if you actually go there in person and check it out. It's very nice, man. Obviously it's different without the towers there, but yeah, that's a day in history that we'll never forget. So, you know, like I don't know how to say anything. I don't want to say anything wrong about 9/11. So, we talked about our little conspiracy with it, but we'll keep it like as a never forget and just God bless everyone who lost their lives on 9/11.
very well said. Very well said. Yeah, it was definitely a sad day. 24 years ago, and yeah, we'll never forget. So
Damn, it was 24 years ago. Holy shit. Fuck. I didn't even realize that.
time flies.
That's kind of crazy to think about. Wow. He said he wasn't a concept. Holy shit.
It
Holy shit. That's crazy.
is
That is definitely crazy to think about. Wow. I'm
right.
shocked.
All right, let's move on. That is our, little
First
memorial.
topic. Yeah.
Yeah. So we want to just go over that. Okay, so we have had a lot of crazy stuff going on today in the sense of a lot of college campuses have been getting reports of like shots fired, lockdowns have been happening. So I'm going to go over the first one. It looks like today in the South at HBCUs across the South, there were potential threats, trigger lockdowns. Multiple historically black colleges and universities in the South were on lockdown or canceled classes on Thursday over potential threats. That goes for Hampton University, Virginia State, Bethune-Cookman University, Alabama State University. They were all on lockdown after receiving potential threats to campus safety, according to posts on school social media pages. The lockdowns obviously come one day after Charlie Kirk. The shooting happened, and yeah, it's just it's kind of been kind of crazy all around the United States today. Colleges, also Spelman College in Atlanta, Georgia, also issued a shelter in place order, which was lifted later on in the afternoon today. So yeah, it's just been a lot of lockdowns all across most of the southern type universities, and yeah, I mean, I guess I don't know if it's like something that they're trying to do to just rile people up, or what's happening. You know what I mean?
But why would it be at all the HBCUs and why in the South?
And
Is there
that's what I'm
something I'm
saying.
missing?
That's what I'm
Something I'm
saying.
missing here.
It sounds to me like they're trying to make it into like a whole race war thingy. That Charlie Kirk was like, you know what I mean? And this is all because of him type shit. You know what I mean? That's kind of I think they're trying to spin it like that.
It's weird though. That doesn't make sense.
I know.
The day that happened before when the dude killed, Irina, the Ukrainian chick, that was more, more geared toward that.
Right.
But I don't understand. I didn't know that was trending. That's weird. HBCUs on lock. That's weird. It's very odd.
Yeah. Um, and this also it also happened at in Boston too at the UMass.
UMass, yeah, University of Massachusetts.
Yeah, it says that there was reports of shots fired. That's what the police were saying, but doesn't say it says that there were shots fired, but it was cleared later on. There was no more ongoing threats to campus later on during the day, and that was a whole other thing that happened out there. And that's not a predominantly like black school, is it?
No, of course not.
Yeah, so I think it's just I think they're at certain narratives are trying to spin it like that's what it was, but then you have it in other colleges as well.
Do you think there's a network of people coordinating these attacks?
I mean,
Like,
they're hope.
like a network of people. I'm saying, if you want to attack certain things, and you have a shitload of people that just can't stand certain things, and you have a network of them, do you think they're coordinated, like these attacks, or no? That's weird, man. It's just weird.
It's just too weird. I don't even think. Yeah, I think that it could be like I said, some insider shit too. Like just trying to spin.
Everything's insider, but there's also insider in a sense that you could have worked for government and they say they fired your ass, and then now you came up with your own network because you're smarter than them. You're like, I
Yeah,
fuck these people. I'm smarter than them. I'll put together a little network, and you want to play against me? I'll fucking rile shit up against you. That's what I mean. Like, it could be many different things, but my head is like, why is there so many different things like this right now? That's weird.
exactly.
Very odd.
I know.
It's very odd.
Yeah, it's very odd. Like you said, maybe coordinated or something. I have no idea, but
I was just wondering, no, if you thought that, because I didn't even know.
everything is
I
coordinated
didn't see that.
in
I didn't
all
see
of
that
this.
trending on X, like HBCUs. I was like, huh?
Yeah,
Like, what? That was weird.
I know. I know.
It's very odd.
All right, guys, let's move on and let's talk about what we have learned over the past 24 hours with Charlie Kirk and the whole shooting incident. Jay, what is going on and what have they found the killer? Tell us what you know about this incident.
So apparently yesterday, I don't know you. Well, not you, but I think you said they found someone, and I was like, no way. And
Yeah,
I saw a video. It was like some old guy with glasses, like, and I was like, no way, that's the killer. No way. basically today they came out with a whole new thing. Like, okay, yeah, that we haven't found anyone. They're on a manhunt for obviously the actual killer. And basically they have videos up on social media, and I saw like basically it. I don't know how to describe dude. Dude is like, I can't tell what he is, but he was wearing glasses, a hat, a black shirt, jeans, and he was walking like someone had it on their camera because what the FBI did was they placed it on social media and basically, you know how we do. Hey, go to work. Let's tell me everything you know about this person right here. And someone had it on their cam from their house, and they saw him walking with a big ass limp, bro. If you're walking straight leg with a big limp, what does that mean? He probably had a rifle from here to here, basically, from like his leg to like, middle of his body, because that's how he was walking. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, yeah, someone sent in that video, and yeah, so all day long they've been searching for this dude, the person of interest in connection with shooting Charlie Kirk. So that's what's been trending today, and there's $100,000 reward, for any information leading to the arrest of this guy. So they are on the hunt for this guy. Did you see the videos or anything, or no?
Oh, yeah.
You did. Okay, yeah. So you saw, yeah. So that was trending heavy all day. Probably still is trending as we speak. You know what I mean? But this is what social media is for. This is how you get across to everyone, just like that. You know what I mean? So, like you said, I have a feeling that they already have profiles on him. I have a feeling that he's already, like, someone involved in something that they already know about. You know what I mean? So
Let me ask you, Jay, did you see any other videos of the incident where you can kind of say that it's not just like such a like it's like, can you verify that it probably is a professional hit that was done because of you seeing
oh yeah,
it?
we watched a video where like someone's tipping a hat. You got someone going like this. You can see everything in the background. And then after all that is done, it's like psh, done. You know what I mean?
Right.
And that's exactly the things you look for in like conspiracy. You know what I mean? Especially if you've watched movies or just lived life in general. No one's gonna just go like this or be like, like we're watching baseball, like they're gonna steal the base.
Yeah,
You know what I
exactly.
mean? Like,
Exactly.
or like telling the pitcher, what to throw. That's all code. Like you don't just do that standing there. You know what I mean? So
Exactly.
yeah, we've seen videos, and yeah, definitely pure coordination in those videos.
Yep. Yep.
I'm sure those videos will be taken down too.
Definitely.
I
Definitely.
guarantee it. So yeah,
I
that's all. Like I said, that's you already know that that's all professional stuff, without a doubt.
right behind him, making hand gestures, and all of a
Yeah,
sudden, right after the hand gesture, he got shot. Looked
that's what I
like
mean.
looked like the dude
Instantaneous.
that was behind him in the white when he hit his hat, tipped it. It looked like he said basically like he was given like the whole go ahead that it was all clear, and or like maybe to get ready, like bring the scope out, and then the other
Yep.
guy in black. Once he hit that hand gesture, he got shot. Dude in the black kind of flinched for a second because obviously it was a loud shot, but you could tell that the dude in the black was expecting it because he knew right away that Charlie was about to go down on that pedestal, and he basically like ran to get his body before it could fall completely, trying
Yep.
to make it seem like he was there for him, but in all reality, it looks like he was the one that basically gave the go ahead to take him out. I don't know if that was his bodyguards or who they were, but I did hear. I think we reported on it yesterday that some of the people that were his security were actually like people that were employed by the government. So we did report on that already. So definitely, anything could have been happening there, but we did see some videos like that. I don't know. If, also, Jay, I seen a video. I don't know if you've seen this one where they did show from a different perspective everything, and it actually showed two people on the roof. Point like they like you could see there were snipers on the roof, two of them.
Yeah,
So
but that's decoy, all decoy,
could be definitely, but
pure decoy.
I definitely was able to like I seen a video. It was like one quick
Yeah,
video, and I seen like something like that happening. So this is one of those things, guys, where it's much on a deeper. It's so much more on a
Yeah.
deeper level, and this is just the tip of the iceberg. What they're going to try to make you believe that happened, but if you look at the reality of it, this is beyond a lot of comprehension of many people.
Yep.
Because
I'd
who
say
knows?
so.
Yeah, this is just some crazy shit. So,
Most definitely.
anything else, Jay, that you want to report on Patrick? Charlie Kirk.
No, that was the trend. So you know what I mean. That was the trend for that. You know, because nothing has come out with. They may come out with something tomorrow, but
Definitely.
nothing else that I've seen. You know what I mean.
Okay, let's move on then. I do have some other trending topic with Charlie Kirk involved. So I don't know if you guys seen this. I don't even know if Jay, if you've seen this. I haven't shared this with you yet, but I did see this yesterday, and it was kind of crazy. Somebody had published a book on Amazon, and it was called "The Shooting of Charlie Kirk," and it was by somebody by the name of Anastasia J. Casey. And
What?
yeah, the crazy thing about this book was that it was published and put on Amazon one day before the shooting actually happened. So don't you think that's kind of weird?
Is it real? Like you saw this? How come I didn't see this trend? That's crazy.
This is a real trend. I saw this today. Like I saw this on social media, and then right now, as I was pulling up all our trends, this was actually a trend that was happening on Google, and I was like, "Holy shit! I need to report on this." Then,
Obviously,
yep.
I would like to see this trend because I don't see it.
So
What book?
basically, this is what it says. It says, as law enforcement continues its manhunt for the suspect, an odd development has added to the confusion. Screenshots circulating online show a book titled The Shooting of Charlie Kirk, comprehensive account of the Utah Valley University attack, the aftermath, and America's response, credited to an author named Anastasia. Uh, Anastasia, yeah. According to the screenshots, the listed publication date was September 9th, one day before the shooting. The listing was allegedly visible on Amazon briefly before being removed. The images of the cover title and date quickly spread across X, fueling speculation about foreknowledge or a cover. And I am sharing the screen and I am showing some tweets or some X, I guess you call them Xers now. And it says, like, there was one from Don Draven. Help me make sense of this. This book is published on September 9th, 2025, and he even had a link to the book. So it was up there. And
Uh,
then another person said, "Can someone investigate this? Perhaps it's now pulled from Amazon online listing. And who is Anastasia Casey? Regardless of the credibility of the 9.9 publish date, how did this book get out so quick?" One user wrote. Another post read, "But check this out. Another book published today. How the hell can you get a book published and up for sale in such a short time?" And then they directed the message at Cash Patel, Pam Bondi, and Donald Trump.
Anastasia Casey. Who the hell is that?
I don't know. It says Anastasia J. Casey. Even
Who the
I
fuck?
don't know if you can see this right here, Jay, but it says so. There's American Riz. I don't know. It looks like a really popular person. Also tweeted and about the book, and she put the picture of the book from Amazon. It was for $6.99, available
Yeah, I
instantly.
saw it.
Yeah. So
I
yeah,
saw
man.
it, but I want to know who Anastasia Casey is.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
Well, that's something that needs to be answered.
What if that was
Unless
the
it's a
real
made up
name of
name.
the? What if that was the real name of the girl from the thing
What thing?
from the subway? Wouldn't that be some crazy shit? If it was all connected and we just discovered that?
She could be. Anastasia is definitely Russian or Ukrainian
Yeah,
name.
that's what I'm saying. You know?
Like without it, that would be scary if that were the case.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
I don't
Um,
know, man. That's a crazy ass trend, dude. I don't know where you got that. That was not on X at all.
yeah, I know. But
That's
see,
kind of that's nuts.
a lot of people on X were the ones that were calling this out, and it wasn't on any other platform but X. That's the
Yeah,
crazy
I
shit.
didn't. They must have had that shit on for 30 minutes. Said, "Hey, take that shit off."
Yep.
That's
Yep.
crazy, bro.
Right. Right.
Who the hell? I want to know who Anastasia Casey is. That's what I want to know.
I know.
That's nuts.
Telling you, brother. Telling you. But we got it. That's why we do our homework, bro. We want to let Average Day Joes know what this shit is happening. You know what I mean? And
What the
Justin makes a good point. He says it might be fake. Yeah, it
It
might
might.
be.
That's what I mean. But
But
why pick that name?
there is screenshots of it being online as well. So I mean,
Yeah, I saw the book. But I mean, we are in the age of AI. We are in the age of AI. Remember that.
yeah. And Tish Justin says, "This your conspiracy segment." Haha.
Right? It's fucking gnarly, dude. I'm like, what the hell?
I know, right?
Anastasia Kate. I want to, yeah. I thought at first, like, oh, that could be a fake name too. But then, yeah, I don't know. That's nuts, dude. I want to know who
Book.
the hell that person is.
Anastasia, dude, I know exactly who it is. I can already tell you who it is, bro.
Then say it.
That's the cover-up name of Hillary Clinton. Hello,
What?
that's Hillary Clinton, dog.
Well, you got me told. Like, maybe I need more coffee. What are you talking about?
Hillary Clinton and her chromies took out Charlie Kirk,
So
but
why Anastasia Casey?
because they can't, Clinton is not going to put her name on that book, so she had somebody do it for her.
But why that name?
I don't know. That goes up like that's above my pay grade. Like I don't
Oh,
think that
okay,
shit.
yeah,
You
because
know what
I'm
I'm saying?
I'm trying to figure out the name here, bro. I'm like, why that name?
No, it's some crazy shit. But check it out. Like, um, one thing I do know that I've read before was that the elites they have to somehow say things before they happen. They have to kind of get it out in public and let the
That
people know that they're gonna do some shit.
that's
And
how it always is.
exactly. So this could have been the way that it was done. You know?
Okay, but why? I'm trying to figure out the name. That's all. It's
Yeah,
very
I
interesting.
understand. I understand.
Well, it's very interesting because the day before, a Ukrainian girl gets killed.
Yeah, I
You
know.
know,
I
and
know.
like I said, that's not that name is very Russian Ukrainian. Think about it.
So, and that's
Very.
why I'm saying we are opening up the can of worms for people to investigate. And even us, we can investigate and report on it, obviously, on tomorrow's show if we really wanted to. But it's something that we can all do now, and we have to plant the seeds. So that's the
This
important
is very interesting. Some interesting stuff, man, that you found. I didn't see that at all. I'm like, what the hell?
part.
That's some crazy stuff, man.
And Tish Justin says, screenshot can be edited. If I don't have the book, I won't believe it.
That's what I mean. We're in the age of AI, so it's
Yeah.
yeah, I agree with that.
Anything could be done. Anything could be done.
I totally agree with that. It's
I did
interesting,
look
man.
for the book today. I couldn't find it, so I don't know.
It's
But
fucking weird,
it
man.
got taken off hella quick. So,
It's very weird.
all right, guys. So that is one for the books. Something to think about while we go over our next trending topic. Jay, I know we did talk about this a little bit, but I know you did also want to report on U.S. Naval Academy today. What is going on there?
Oh, that was bad, bro. It's bad. So at the U.S. Naval Academy, and I believe it was. Hold on, let me make sure it's the right one, right spot. Um, hold on. That's sports. That's my sports trend. Hold on. There we go. At the U.S. Naval Academy in Annapolis, Maryland, there was a shooting. There was a shooting today, dude. Multiple victims were shot, and after doing the research on it, it ended up the shooter was a guy named they're believed to be Jackson Elliott Fleming. He was a prior midshipman. He was kicked out of the academy for drugs. So obviously that's on complete lockdown. The place in the academy that was like I don't know, like hours back. But yeah, there were reports he was knocking on doors saying he was law enforcement, and then he ended up I believe shooting three people. That's kind of crazy, man. You know what I mean? So man, yeah, it says this guy was kicked out for drugs. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I don't have any updates on if they've caught him yet. the fact that they have a feeling that this is the dude, that's a good lead, you know what I mean? But yeah, there wasn't much about it, you know what I mean? Obviously, there could be more news now, being that it's 9:30. I saw this at like, kind of before I was cutting my hair. You know what I
Oh,
mean?
okay. I got
Yeah,
you.
this was probably like 4:35, you know.
Right. Right.
So, but yeah, that's what was trending around then, and yeah, that's just crazy, man. Crazy to have a shooting like that, you know what I mean? But they locked that down quick with the helicopters, everything hovered over, you know what I mean?
I'm showing
Even
the
people.
video. I'm showing the video of it.
Oh, you are.
Yeah.
Good,
Yeah.
good, good, good. Yeah. So, yeah, a lot of people that have their, sons in that, they were very worried because they couldn't even get a hold of them or anything.
Right.
Crazy stuff though, man.
But so U.S. Naval Academy, you would think that some of these guys would have like they would all have weapons somehow, some way, right? Have access
I
to weapons.
access, yeah, I'd say access is this, but you're in your dorms and stuff. I don't think they let you. I don't know. I've never been, but I mean,
We need to.
I don't think you're sleeping with a 45 or a 9 next to your head. So
We need to have Infinite chime in on this one.
yeah, man, that's tough. I don't think in dorms you're allowed to do that. To have like, have literally your weapon right next to your bed. I think it's an actual just bed, and
Right.
maybe a place to sit, you know. I don't think you're allowed to have just weapons lying around or under your bed or wherever, or in your personal belongings. Or stuff like this can happen. Literally, this guy, if this is true, obviously he he's pissed off. You know what I mean? Because he got kicked out of the academy for drugs and he's taking it out on people in there, which is fucked up. I don't know why. Maybe those people were, clowning on him. You know how it works. You know what I mean? They're probably giving him a bad time. So he said, "All right, bro, it's fucked up."
Like clowning that he's a drug addict.
Huh, like, yo, dumbass got kicked out, you idiot. Bye. You know what I mean?
You're a
You know,
crackhead.
exactly. You know how people are, bro. I know. Shit, I know exactly how people are,
uh,
you know? So it's just fucked up, man.
that is
People always this day and age, they resort to guns. You know what I mean?
right.
You got a problem with someone, once you just step and, use your fist.
Right.
Little beesies these days, bro.
So you said how many people got shot?
3, I believe.
3 people got shot. Damn.
It's fucked up.
Then do you know if are they dead? Did they survive? Do you know
I
critical condition? They're good.
I don't, man. I could look it up, man, see if there's anything on it.
Yeah, I wonder. Yeah,
So,
it always sucks.
yeah, multiple people shot, uh, multiple casualties. Don't have a total number of victims yet. Only three casualties have been reported. Three
3.
casualties. So,
Okay.
but there could have been more that have been shot.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, yeah, nothing else so far.
Okay.
I'm just going off, on all the things that are right here. So,
Right. Right. I got you.
yeah, but yeah, that's crazy, man. It's fucking crazy.
Oh man, I'm telling you today. I already knew after yesterday what happened. Today was going to be some crazy shit. Plus it was 9/11.
Yeah, 9/11. Crazy stuff, man.
Tis Justin says about the book. I wouldn't believe that she would want to draw attention to herself. She's shrewd but smart. Wouldn't make sense for her to release the book. Yeah, I mean, you never know. Some people. Yeah, who knows? Like I said, if that's why I said what I said about the whole like maybe it was Hillary like just doing it or like the elites doing it to kind of say it publicly that they're gonna do it because supposedly that's like one of the laws for the elites when they do shit like this that they have to kind of state it in public. So that's why it could be something like that and they have to do it, but who knows?
From a fake name.
It's all speculation. Yeah. It's fake names, speculation. Who really knows? Um yeah. Yeah. And if you really think about it, like the psychology of it, right? Like, think about this, Jay. This lady on the subway got attacked, right? We all know she's Ukrainian. They really made that a point, right?
Yes.
And now this book is coming out and basically is getting swept under the rug because most likely this lady's Ukrainian and has a Ukrainian type name. So if you think about it through a psychology perspective, that would have been the perfect kind of setup to make it so that everybody feels so sorry and mourning the loss of this Ukrainian girl on the subway, which by all right is of course because they might have used her as a mortar to basically sweep all this under the rug type shit. You know? So that's the way I am. I think about that shit all connected and sophisticated because there's no way shit is not connected. You know what I mean? Like shit is always connected. How someone,
I agree.
you know. So, but who knows?
But
Who knows? This is just
people should have been pissed off about that anyway. That shit that
right.
happened. Some
Of course,
bullshit.
of course.
I remember. So I saw. I watched Joe Rogan. Joe Rogan was interviewing Charlie Sheen.
Oh, I seen that.
Oh, okay. So you saw, yeah, okay.
Yeah, that was
So
a
yeah,
pretty
so
good.
yeah, yeah. So Joe Rogan
Charlie
always talks
Sheen.
about Charlie Sheen's the dude. That's one of my favorite actors, bro.
Oh, I know. And he was there. He was like, "Oh, did you know the guy?" Like he was like
Yeah,
Charlie Sheen. You could he didn't know Charlie Kirk. He didn't know who he was. You could tell.
yeah.
So
Oh, I know.
it was kind of funny because he was like because you could see how badly it affected Joe Rogan, and
Yeah,
Joe Rogan was like, "Fuck!" Like he didn't even want to like be talking to Charlie Sheen at that moment when
yeah,
and I totally understand because I was like, I wanted to be left alone when I heard about that shit too. Like
yeah,
if I was at work, I would have probably left work. Like I wouldn't want to be there. You know what I mean? Type shit.
yeah,
So I totally understood Joe Rogan's position, and then having somebody asking questions about it, like not knowing who
yeah.
he was just probably super annoying for him. You know, at that point, at that moment, even if it
Got
was
it.
Charlie Sheen. You
Yeah.
know.
But I mean, they also talked about that incident, the other one that I was talking about. That's
Yeah.
why.
Yeah. Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like
Right.
some, and not only them, a lot of the people, the Tates, they talked. Obviously, the Tates talked about it. Andy Frisella, all the people I listened to all talked about it. You know what I mean?
Right.
And it's cool. It was good hearing how pissed off they were, like I was when I first heard about it. You know what I mean? I told you, a dude doing something like that, bro, and you got screws loose in the head, bro. Like I said, should be eye for an eye, bro. Should be fucking, you know, gouge his eyes out, hang him, and fucking shoot him in every fucking limb for what he did. It's bullshit. I've heard some fucking stupid things that came out like, oh man, it was like trying to justify what the fuck he did. Are you fucking crazy? Some bullshit, dude.
You can never justify it, but me personally, growing up with like a Catholic background, I've always been taught to turn the other cheek no matter what happens. You know what I mean? So
I get turn the other cheek, whatever, but dude, this is blatant. Like you saw it, I saw it.
yeah, but that's what I'm saying. You can't just because of this incident, you can't be like I mean you can obviously, but just in my opinion, because of the way I was raised Catholic, I've always been taught that it shouldn't be like an eye for an eye because at this point he should get the full extent of the law and get persecuted for what he did.
Yeah, persecution is
Uh,
going to be death penalty, but
exactly.
death
So
penalty for him should be fucking torture.
and that's what I'm saying. Like I was taught not to single people out because of anger. You know what I mean?
Single people out. This is his 15th fucking felony. The
Right.
fuck out of here.
Right.
Single people out.
He
The
shouldn't have
fuck
been
out of
free
here.
in the first place.
Exactly. Thank you. That's what I'm
Did you
saying.
hear?
15 fucking times?
Did you hear that
Bullshit.
he has a brother who did some similar shit, and he has a
No, I didn't, and I don't want to hear about it
and he
because
has a father who has an extensive criminal background as well, who has done this.
nothing out of the nothing out of the ordinary.
So, if anything, they
Fucking
should have fucking
bullshit.
mutilated the father's balls first, and then
Oh my god.
you know what I mean. They couldn't have kids because look at the offspring.
Oh
Have
my
you
god.
can we can go down a deep rabbit hole on this one if you want to, but what I'm saying is like you can't single this shit out at this point in time because if we did, we would have had to go back to the past.
Well, when I saw some stupid videos about people trying to justify it, those people should be fucking punched in the face.
Yeah.
There's nothing to justify about that bitch ass attack, dude. If you're gonna attack someone, at least fucking arm them. Fucking do it with them fucking chilling. Fuck, that is bitch made, dude. What a sucker, bro. That's what that is, bro. Someone like that torture, bro. Pure torture. It's bullshit.
Exactly.
Fucking sucker, bro.
TYS Justin makes a good point. They should have locked him up for a life after 5 felonies.
Yes, exactly. Fuck.
Yeah. I
Minimum
honestly, I'll say like
bullshit.
Yeah, I mean, depending on the felonies, like, yeah, definitely, I wouldn't like California had that 3 strike law. You know what I mean? So
Yes.
for the longest time, that actually helped a lot to curb crime back in the day. And then I guess they got rid of it. So now you have all
Dummies.
stupid crime going up again. Um, yeah. And TYS Justin says, "How does Mofo get out 14 times?"
Right? What the fuck? Fucking crazy, dude. Some bullshit.
I know. I know.
Some bullshit, bro.
Yeah. Who knows? One day we'll probably have these clairvoyants predicting the future, and we're gonna have people coming out from who knows where and arresting criminals before the stuff even.
Oh, you're talking about Minority Report. You talk about pre-crime. I'm like, oh, okay. So we're gonna have some cogs over there telling, hey, it's gonna be this. Here comes the ball out. Oh my god.
Some AI cogs.
Oh my god. Hey man, I'm telling you.
TYS Justin says this some bullshit justice system, bruh.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very deep when it comes to all that stuff. It's all ran and controlled by the few and the mighty.
Yep. You're right about that. That everyone can agree on. And
Yep,
money. Money
exactly,
for sure.
exactly, which they print.
Yeah, you're right? Yeah, exactly. Jesus. Yeah.
Yeah, TYS Justin says, I don't know how these online warriors think it's a race issue. Exactly.
Exactly.
That's what they want. So like if you're basically I'm gonna say it straight, if you're a sheep, you're gonna think that. You're gonna be like, oh, this is a race issue. Oh, there's Charlie Kirk, he was all against transgender. He deserves what he gets.
Oh God, that
That's
was the
not
worst when I heard that dumbass
yeah,
shit.
exactly. That's not
Oh God.
nothing of what it was, man. So yeah.
I heard that too. I was like, what the fuck are these people talking about? Oh God, that was the worst.
Yeah. And TY's Justin is obviously talking about the Charlotte thing on the subway. He says he
Yeah,
brutally stabbed someone unprovoked.
exactly. Not even fucking looking them in the eye. Bitch shit. Total fucking sucker shit, bro.
You can tell as soon as she sat down, it just bothered him. Like he just like kind of snapped into something. Like you know what I mean? Like as soon as sat down, he
I
just
don't
looked
give
like
a
he
shit.
snapped
What
into
the
something.
fuck? I don't care if she fucking spit on him. The fuck, bro? Some bullshit.
No, I'm going over the
And she was
psychology.
sitting there minding her own business.
Of course, I'm
That's
just
the
going over the
problem, man.
psychology of it because if you think about it and the
Psychology.
way he reacted to her sitting down right in front of him, I mean, that could have actually maybe he got provoked because she was a white woman. Like who knows?
No, there's no rationalization for dumbass shit.
But that's not even if that was the case, it still doesn't give him any right to do something like
Obviously, yeah. If you're mentally whatever, then yeah, go on another.
that. That's what I'm
Don't be
saying. Just
taking a
move away.
regular.
Even speak some words if you really wanted to, if you needed to get it out because you hate people that bad. But I mean, for him to do that kind of violence, that's, that's some other shit.
Hammurabi's code, bro. That's all I'm going with. Sorry.
Yeah. TY Justin says, nah, this legit pissed me off so much. He needed to feel the pain.
Thank you. See, someone else understands. Exactly. Need to
With electrocution. I'm down.
let everything,
Let him
dude.
feel
I'm
the pain.
telling you. So everything, bro.
Fuck it.
Everything.
Let's give him a lethal injection, electrocute his ass before he actually dies, and then have a firing squad kill him.
Exactly. Or exactly. But you know,
Or we can just do it, or we can just fucking fuck him up Green Mile style. If you
he's
want
a
to do
green
all
mile stuff. Okay.
that.
I was thinking, I mean, if you were doing injection, you could go law-abiding citizen too.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean? But yeah, man, we'll move on to the next subject so no one gets pissed off.
Sure, we already get pissed off some people.
Exactly. We've already been pissed off enough about this shit.
I know, I know.
Fucking crazy, man. Crazy couple days, bro.
Yeah, it
Very
is.
crazy couple
Yeah,
days,
it
man.
is. All right, guys, let's move on and get into some Trump news. There is another health scare with Trump because it looks like he finally has been appearing in some events like today's 9/11 event. And
It was at Yankee Stadium.
yeah, exactly. And if you look at the cameras closely when they're showing his face, the right side of his face seems pretty droopy. I did look at it myself, and it does kind of look that way. So people are worried because they said that he possibly last week might have had a stroke. This is the outcome of it. Yeah, so it says that he has sparked worries about his health. And when he attended the 9/11 event today, videos of the event and screen grab
On the
circulated
left
on social
side.
media. Was that?
I saw him on the left side.
Oh, on the left
I
side.
didn't
Yeah,
see
one
the
of the
right.
sides. Yeah.
I didn't see the right side of
Oh, okay. Okay.
his face, so he looked fine when I saw.
Yeah, yeah. So if you like look closely, because I was watching, it does like his whole lip on his right side. It's like pretty like going down. Is you can see it's a little bit droopier. Like he doesn't like his face. I'll show you the picture in a second because you can see what I'm showing, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll show you in a second because I have actually like I have some video of him on X showing that side of his face. Um, Videos of the event and screen grabs circulating on social media show a droop in Trump's face to one of the sides. This comes after worries over the bruise on Trump's hand in the recent U.S. visit, where a photograph showed Trump taking some kind of a blue pill. Several people online speculated that the face droop could be from a stroke. Face drooping or twisting is consistent with strokes, and the American Stroke Association notes during a stroke, blood flow to different parts of the brain can stop. If blood flow to the left side of the brain is compromised, the right side of the person's face could droop or twist, vice versa. So here is some video. Let me try to pull this up for you guys real quick. See if that shows. Maybe if I continue on X, that'll be a better screenshot for you guys. Okay, so there we go. So you can see, I don't know if you can see this shit.
Your microphone can't hear you. I don't know if you can hear me. Can't hear you.
Okay.
Oh, there you are. Good. Okay.
Yeah, you can hear me, right?
Yeah. What are you trying to play now? I didn't hear what you were trying to play.
So this is a he went to some Arlington, Virginia thing today,
Okay.
like some kind of like like gathering, and I
Yeah.
think for the 9/11 attacks, that he did.
Okay.
So it's showing him and his wife sitting next to each other, but his face does not look the same like it is, and it's droopy on the right. His lip is all drooped down. His face on the right is definitely not the same as it was, and this is like one of his first time back in appearance on the public, so people are definitely taking note of that.
Okay.
So I don't know if you can see his face on what you can see that
No.
your screen is smaller, but you
No.
could definitely see his lip on the right, and it's like really drooping.
I don't know. I zoomed in, but it's when you zoom in, it gets blurry. So
Yeah, it could have been like a mild stroke, though. I mean, that could have been a possibility. Like obviously, right? Like he is a little bit older.
yeah.
I don't think he works out or nothing like that. So or maybe he does, but not like some serious stuff. You know?
Yeah.
Who knows? Who knows? But yeah, he'll be fine. He'll pull through. Damn, this man survived in the past attempt of his life.
Yeah.
He ain't going down like that.
I believe
Uh,
that.
yeah. And Tis Justin says, didn't X like make out a narrative that he's dead when he didn't show up for a week or some? They always got some to say about his health.
Yeah. I said, didn't you tell me that? I was like, what?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. I was like, what are you talking about?
And then
Yeah.
Tis Justin says, no one say anything about Biden, but everyone doctors now Trump's president.
Right? That's hella true, bro. Biden wouldn't come out for like months, dude. You know what I mean? And then
Yeah,
when he came out, there's like four different ones. He looked different all the time, remember?
exactly.
Didn't know half the shit he was saying. Like, bro, come on. Stop, bro. Stop.
Shit.
And no one ever talked about any of that. That's the crazy part. He's right about that. No one talked about that.
It's funny how the media portrays everything like that and shit. So,
That's their job, bro.
yeah,
You know
definitely,
what I mean? They're with, they're
definitely.
not us.
Man, I'm telling you.
We different reporters.
Yeah, exactly, exactly.
We don't go with the the narrative.
That is very true. That is very true, my friend.
Yes.
All right, so that is all our trending topics for the day, for the night. Let's move on and get into Jay's movie of the night. What are you watching, Jay?
I figured I would put on a I actually like this movie a lot, but it's kind of goes with America.
Uh,
You know what I mean? So I put it on. You don't know this one?
no, I don't think I do.
No, you never seen it?
I can't. I mean, I might have seen it, but I can't recall.
You can't. Oh, okay. It's a true story actually.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's called Breach.
Breach, never seen it.
It's about do you know who Robert you ever heard of what happened with Robert Hansen?
I heard what happened with Jay Hansen. I don't know about Robert Hansen.
So this is well, he was basically one of the biggest spies that went against the U.S.
Okay.
Like he was basically, to sum it up. So Ryan Philippe in this movie, he's a low level FBI, but he's trying to get his name higher.
Yeah.
And they basically put him to watch. The guy's name is Robert Hansen. This is a true story too.
Okay.
And basically, he's trying to figure out what he's doing wrong and why the FBI wants to watch him. Robert Hansen, we're talking about. And basically, Ryan Philippe, he doesn't know why, so he's watching him day to day, all this, and he's like, he goes to his officer, the one that's hired him, that put him on the case, and he's like, dude, this dude goes to church, he's chill, he chills with family, prays every day. Why do you want me to watch this guy?
Yeah.
And they didn't want to tell him why, but because it would compromise him in a case. But basically, later, like when he was telling so many lies, like to his own wife and everyone, because that's what you have to do. You have to play the part. You know what I mean? But basically, he got caught up in some lies with his wife, and he like then they basically told him, you're watching this guy Robert Hansen because he's the biggest, for espionage. He's the biggest spy in American history, man. He's been selling our secrets to the Chinese and the Russians, I believe, for a lot of money. And he basically got a lot of people killed, like compromised that, our own people that were in those countries. You know what I mean? I believe it was the Russians. But yeah, so yeah, it's a movie about bringing down someone who is, a full American, but selling our secrets. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Kind of crazy. But it's a really good movie. One of my favorite movies. I haven't seen it actually in a while, and I was like, I don't know, just certain times a year like this, I always put on like very American movies. This is one of them. You know what I mean?
I didn't put on The Shooter today.
The what?
The Shooter.
Oh, Shooter? It's because
Yeah.
I already did that one.
I know.
Yeah, and that's one of my. That's obviously it's a Mark Wahlberg movie, so it's one of my favorites.
Yeah.
It'll be in the rotation again, but I haven't. I don't think I've showed this one, so that's why I was like, all right, I like Ryan Philippe. He's a good actor, so I threw this one on, and like I said, that time of year, that type, history, and this was a true story. You know what I'm saying? So
And do you know Ryan Philippe, his nationality, like where he's from or his background?
Ryan Philippe, I don't know. I mean, I've seen a lot of his movies. I have no idea why.
So a lot of people think he's Spanish because he portrays usually Spanish characters, right? Like the gangs, like the movies that he does, and then like when he did that movie about that famous singer, that he did the movie of La Bamba,
What?
right?
No, Ryan Philippe.
Oh, okay. I'm talking about somebody else.
Yeah, I was like, hold on, who the hell is he talking? I was like, what? No, Ryan Philippe, dude. He's in I Know What You Did Last Summer, Lincoln Lawyer, Cruel Intentions. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Like he's in hella movies. You know what I mean? Obviously, this one Breach, but he's in a Antitrust. He's in a lot of movies, bro. But yeah, so
I could have sworn there's another guy who has a very similar name.
I'm like, what?
But yeah, that's not him. You know who I'm thinking of? I'm thinking of Lou Diamond Phillips for some reason.
Oh yeah, well he's actually he don't
Philippe Phillips. You know,
yeah, but they don't look alike.
no, it's just the name. The last name got me.
I was like, well,
Yeah, my bad. But do
that
you?
shit was hella funny.
Saying that though, do you know the background of Lou Diamond Phillips? Like what nationality he is, or like where his background is?
No, I would think he's somewhat maybe something Latin.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Everybody thinks he's Latin, and he plays a lot of Latin roles, right?
Yeah.
But he's actually Filipino.
No way.
Yeah, yeah. When I learned that, I was like, "Holy shit, this dude's Filipino!" But he's playing all these like Spanish like roles and shit. Which
I would have never guessed. I thought he was
yeah,
Latin.
no, no,
That's kind of funny.
I had to mention it.
Yeah, I was like, hold on, what? When I said Ryan Philippe and you said that, I was like, hold on, does he know who I'm talking about?
Nope, I don't. Clearly, I've never seen the movie.
Yeah, but I know you know who I'm talking about when you saw
Oh no,
him,
I do
right?
know Ryan Philippe. He played in one of my favorite movies. What's that movie? Cruel Intentions or
Yeah. Yeah,
yeah,
with Reese Witherspoon and
yeah.
Sarah Michelle Gellar. Yeah,
Yep. So I
yeah.
know who he is. I just like the name. It just was. That's all that was.
It was hella funny. I was like, what is he talking about?
Yeah.
But yeah, this movie was really good, bro. If you ever want to catch it, and it's like I said, based on a true story.
Right.
I,
Sure. Sure.
Yeah.
What do you rate it?
9.9.
Or 9?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. There's just one part in there that kind of bugs me.
Gotcha.
Yeah. But yeah, 9.9. Really good movie.
9.9. All right. What let's see. Let's do Ryan Philippe movies, bro.
Cool. For sure. Like you like let's do
Might as well. Let's honor
Might
the
as
guy
well,
now
bro.
after I screwed him up.
Right?
What is your favorite Ryan Philippe movie? And don't mention the one I just mentioned because I'm gonna
No, I won't. I know. Just because you said that, I will not mention it. By the way, that's the first ever DVD I bought.
No way.
Yeah, first ever.
How old were you?
I can't even remember, bro. But that was my first ever DVD I bought.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was the first one I ever bought. I was juiced too. I was like, oh yeah.
You probably couldn't open the case after a couple of years.
But yeah, that was the first one I bought. But I'll go I Know What You Did Last Summer.
That's your favorite?
Yeah, I'll go with it because that's the first time I seen, most of them cats and he was in it and he did good in it. You know what I'm saying?
What about underrated?
And don't get it twisted too. This is one of my favorite movies of his too.
Oh, I already know.
Underrated. I'll go. I'm gonna go. Lincoln Lawyer.
Oh, okay. Nice.
Because he played a good part in it. If you didn't watch it, you wouldn't know he's in it. But remember,
Yeah.
he played a really good part in it.
Yeah.
Have you seen that?
Yes.
Yeah. So he played an awesome part in that movie.
Definitely.
So yeah, for sure.
So yeah, for my favorite, with also me not being able to open my DVD after a while, would be Cruel Intentions. And then as far as underrated, I'm gonna have to go with my other favorite movie was Crash, where he was the cop.
Oh, he was in Crash. That's right.
Yeah.
I forgot he was. God, I haven't seen Crash in so long, man.
I know. That was
That's
a
a good
crazy movie, especially his part in it because he was the
I
guy,
know.
like the new cop. He tried to do everything by
Yeah.
the book, and then the other guy's like, "Well, this is exactly how shit is sometimes."
Right. That was a good movie, man.
One
I haven't seen that movie
other
in a while.
one other notable mention though for underrated, which most people don't know he's in this, would be Crimson Tide.
Crimson Tide.
You know the movie, right?
I'm trying to think. Crimson
That's
Tide.
with Gene Hackman and Denzel, the
He's
submarine.
not in that. Is he?
He was in that, bro. That was like one of his first movies.
God, I didn't even remember him in that. I'd have to see it again.
Bro, there was that whole cast.
What part did he
was
play
crazy.
in that?
You had the Sopranos, James Gandolfini in that movie, even, bro.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Okay, so I know the movie, but what the fuck part did he play in that?
Let me see if
That's
I can
weird.
pull it up. Yeah, I'm trying to see if I can pull
Man,
it up.
Philippe was in that movie? No way.
It's probably like one of his first roles. Oh yeah, he was Seaman Gradam.
Oh, he was a team. Yeah, so he probably had a real small part, bro.
Probably one of his first movies.
That's crazy. I don't even remember him in it, dude. I'd have to watch it, dude. He probably has some little like 4 second part. You know what I mean?
Something.
That's crazy. Didn't
Right.
even know, man. That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Gotta
That's
let
a good
people
one.
know.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
No, that's a good one, bro. That's good. I wouldn't even have known that. Fuck.
Right.
Wow.
Good underrated movie.
So yeah, that was a good one. It's a solid movie.
All right, guys. So that is our movie of the night. Jay, what are we watching again?
Breach.
Breach, based on a true story, my friends.
Yes, sir.
An American patriotic movie for
It
9/11.
yes.
What we're watching.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, it happened. Yeah, around the same times.
Right. Right.
You know what I mean? Literally around the same time. So that's why I put it on.
Nice.
You know. Yeah.
All right. Let's move on and get into your guys' crypto of the night. Let us see what is going on in these markets. So, after the news and everything that's been happening, for some reason, I don't know, the markets have been very positive. So Bitcoin is sitting at 115,387. It is up 1.9%. Ethereum, your largest altcoin, is sitting at 4,522. It is up 2.53%. And XRP, which is at $3.05 right now, is up 1.46%. Your fear and greed index, we're in that neutral 50 spot right now. So we're like right in the middle. It looks like things are going up, so that might be going more towards the greed as the days progress. Probably starting Monday, we might really be kicking off. And this, to me, this is the start of the second leg of our bull run. This should last from kind of what all everybody else is talking about, and from what is like historic, would last until November-ish, kind of. And then after that, I think we're gonna like not have a good market for a while before we do have a good market again. Have a bear market for a little bit, starting in like late winter. But for now, I think until November we're gonna be going on up, moving on up. So just take that into account. Not financial advice, obviously, but as far as your global crypto market cap as a whole, we are at 4.1 trillion. We're up 1.64%. So there is a lot of money flowing in right now. People are buying. As far as your top five trending coins, number one is Pump. Pump Fund is up 7%. Number two is Hollow AI. Hollow is down 8%. Number three is MYX Finance, which is down 29.9%. Number four is Overtake. Overtake is up 1.97%. Number five is Chainlink. Chainlink is up 3.81%. All right, let's get into your top five gainers, starting with number one, Felice. Felice is up 988%. Number two is Form. Form is up 639%. Number three is Token 49, which is up 498%. Number four is Mubarak, which is up 460%. And number five is GameStop Coin, which is up 455%. Let's get into your top 100 notable mentions with starting number 13, Grayscale. That one is up 387%. And then we have 21, MSTR, which is up 155%. Number 31, we have Base AI, which is up 259%. And we have number 40, Farm, which is up 128%. Number 46, we have Pug Inu, which is up 80%. Number 53, we have Billy Cat, which is up 57%. At number 61, we have Just Meme Coin, which is up 47%. And at number 69, we have Light. Light is up 40%. At number 74, we have Izumi Finance, which is up 33%. At number 85, we have Boom, which is up 29%. And at number 90, let's go over number 92, Agenda 47. That one is up 27%. And in your top 100 spot for the day, we have BNB Tiger, which is up 26%. All right, guys, that is our crypto news for the night. Like I said, money is coming in. I think we are about to start hitting our second leg of the bull run. So let's get it. Let's get it. Let's move on now and get into your guys' horoscopes for tomorrow. So this is going to be for 9/12/2025. September 12th, 2025. Like always, we like to start with the first sign of the zodiac. So, that being said, let us start with my sign, Aries. So, tomorrow, Aries, emotionally, you may face a few challenges, but your strong willpower will steer you in the right direction. Allowing yourself to be pressured will shake your focus, so avoid it. Reminding yourself of the strength you once had can help you get through the difficult situations you feel. All right, moving on. Let's get into Taurus. Tomorrow, a situation may arise where not everything is clear at first glance. Rest assured that your instincts will be incredibly sharp. Acknowledge them without a shred of doubt. At times, heart and emotion beat logic in terms of guidance. As you proceed, stay quiet, inwardly observe, and move with assurance. Gemini, tomorrow you may have many ideas, but your heart is going to show you the path that you need to take. Try to incorporate with the feelings guide and your thoughts say. The logic and intuition balance will make the approach towards the decision a lot easier and clearer. Do not hurry. The day is telling you to think things through before you make a move. We got our Cancer. Tomorrow is a wonderful opportunity to reconnect with your family. Arrange for something uncomplicated yet delightful, such as a meal together or a brief excursion. Such instances will offer comforting emotions and help uplift everyone's spirits. You will be exuding high, nurturing vibes, and those close to you will be able to relax in your presence. Then we got J sign Leo. A sudden change in your routine and a series of little things that don't go right can put your patience to the test, especially in the morning. How you respond to chances going your way is what matters most. Your inner calm can be a wellspring of strength that allows you to go with the flow. The stars suggest you try to accept everything as it comes, for delays too have their own wisdom. So, Jay, when your Amazon package gets delayed tomorrow, just use your wisdom and do not get mad. Just saying, brother. Just saying.
Oh shit, you funny.
You'll remember that tomorrow when I tell you that I told you.
That's hella funny.
All right, let's move on to Virgo. You might feel the need to tackle everything by yourself tomorrow, but the planets suggest that you let go of some of your duties. Passing on some work is not a defeat, it is a smart move. It is possible to regain some equilibrium and relieve mental stress through trusting others. Your energy gets concentrated on the important things when you accept help. We got our Libra. Spending even a few minutes outdoors under the skies can give space to your thoughts while elevating your mood. Every step serves to direct you to slow down and cherish the smaller pleasures in your life. Nature's small elements like flowers, birds, and a gentle breeze can revive the smile inside you. Then we got our Scorpios. You may be blocking mental peace with clutter around you. Removing things that are no longer useful and making space for fresh energy is something you could do tomorrow. When your surroundings are minimalist, your mind is lighter too. The stars suggest focusing on creating a clean and calm environment, both outside and inside. Then we got my wife's sign, Sagittarius. The stars position themselves to offer an opportunity to aid with knowledge or skills to a deserving individual. The satisfaction from the selfless offering of wisdom and skills can be fulfilling and deep. Without a doubt, aiding in the development of someone will reinvigorate one's own journey. Such a generous gesture not only erases a few debts, but it also reiterates the inner might. Then we got my daughter sign, Capricorn. The stars are there to remind you that every challenge you face comes with a lesson. With the struggle that might come your way tomorrow, you should not try to overcome it. Instead of being discouraged by difficulties, take the wisdom that they bring. Through patience, growth happens. Your steady approach and practical mind will help you become stronger. By the time evening arrives, you will realize that what you thought was difficult has taught you to be balanced. We got our Aquaries. The stars indicate that planning with focus will be effective tomorrow. Stars suggest that progress will come as a result of consistent and thoughtful actions. Lasting success will come as a result of small steps, so do not try to achieve everything at once. Last but not least, we have our Pisces. After a lengthy day, your heart and mind crave rest and softness. The stars lead you to make tomorrow's evening light and joyful. Either listen to music, indulge in a cherished hobby, engage in a cheerful conversation with a loved one, or do any of the aforementioned things with a close one. These little fun moments nurtures your soul and bring a gentle equilibrium to your feelings. All right, guys, that is our horoscopes for tomorrow. That's going to be for September 12th, 2025. We like to do that to help guide you along your path every day. Now, let's move on. But before we do, shout out to everybody watching. Please don't forget to hit the like, subscribe, and share so that we can share this alpha with you every day when we do our show. All right, let us move on and get into Jay's conspiracy of the night. We got for them today.
I'm gonna be talking about something that happened up north, bro. It caught my eye because I never heard of it because I did a conspiracy on the Diet Loft Pass one time, about like there were hikers and then they all went missing. You found certain parts of the bodies, this and that. So I thought this was interesting because this was supposedly very, very like big out here, out in Cali, and I had never heard of it, so I wanted to report on it. Have you heard of it? Yuba County 5?
Nope.
So this basically took place in the late 70s and in obviously Yuba County. And there was a group of about five kids, friends. They all had some type of mild like intellectual disability. But they all attended a college basketball game at Chico, Chico State. You ever been
Yeah.
up there?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so basically I'm gonna sum it up a little bit, but they like they disappeared like shortly after it. And then they ended up like their car was found. It was like a 1969 Mercury Montego, and it was found abandoned in an area in like Plumas National Forest. I don't know. I don't even know where that is. I know it's somewhere up there, but it was kind of off the path that where they should have gone. The car was abandoned. They said it was in good working order, good shape, and it could have easily been pushed out of the snow if that were the case. But like at that time, they said there was no trace of any of the guys found, which was weird, right?
Uh,
But then in June 78, four of the men's bodies were discovered after the snow had melted. And they were Ted Wellher, like one of them was found inside a U.S. Forest Service trailer, which was 20 miles north of the abandoned car. Only bones were left of Jack Madruga, Bill Sterling, and Jackie Hewitt as a result of scavenging animals, which is crazy. This kind of, like I said, it kind of reminds me of the Diet Loft Pass one that I reported on. You know what I mean?
uh,
And just yeah, man. Like 3 months after the men were like last seen, obviously they could have like starved to death or anything because they were stuck out there. You know what I mean? And one of them missing their shoes. Investigators found like shoes in the trailer, suggesting he survived in there sometime beyond the group because he was like he wasn't with the rest of the group, which was weird, But then they still have the one guy, you know what I mean, that they couldn't find the guy Gary, you know what I mean. And there was someone out there that he had claimed he had heard, like he was staying in his car at the time, and he told police he had heard and had seen people like that night. You know what I mean? Because no one knows what happens to any of these people. You know what I mean? No one knows what happened or anything. So I did a little investigating, and there was this one girl who she researched the case, and then she released this like way later on because she said her dad was a kid that lived in the city where it happened, and her take on it was that she believed since Gary was the most capable to drive that night, that she believes they took a wrong exit, like on the freeway from Chico to Yuba City. And obviously she believes that they took a wrong exit and they got out of the car because they were stuck because of the snow. And she thinks that two of them, decided to go try to find shelter. They're trying to walk back to the car, died of hypothermia. She said the other two died on the way to the forest. And then the other one that found the little house in the woods, which had but he had the most severe intellectual disability and was unable to take care of himself, which was kind of crazy, man. You know, she thinks the guy Gary did his best to take care of him, but he didn't have a schizophrenia medicine, and then without anything, that he was the one, which was weird because they couldn't find him. They didn't find his body anywhere. Which I don't know, man. It was a crazy story when I was reading this, and I'm like, my mind always thinks like, dude, I don't know. They were like I said, mild intellectually learning individuals, and but why would anyone want to target these people? You know what I mean? And obviously, this case is nothing solved or anything. You know what I'm saying? But it was just weird when I read about it. Like, obviously, this is before our time, but I like this type of stuff. It's like, when I used to read about zodiac and all that. But it's weird because you found all the other people's bodies, but not that one guy. It's just weird to me, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, man, it was yeah. I thought it was cool to report on because obviously it happened up north. I always like reporting on stuff that's local, not really that local, but still within the area. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But very, very weird story, dude. Very odd story. I know there's a lot of weird stuff that happens up north. You know what I mean? Because of Shasta and everything. Remember I was gonna do I've already done a conspiracy on Shasta, and I was gonna do another one, but then I saw this story, and I was like, bro, this is simple. This is close to there, so I'll do this one first. You know what I mean? But yeah, man, Yuba County 5, bro. It's very, huh?
That's crazy.
Yeah, very weird stuff, man. I didn't do any digging on the Gary guy that has never been found, but that's weird to me, dude. That's some scary stuff.
Right.
Very, very scary stuff, man. So, but yeah, like I said, this was before our time, but you know, I like to dig into this stuff and see, you know what I mean, especially since it's something that hasn't been solved or anything.
That's a good one.
Yeah, for sure. It's just the story. A lot of this stuff doesn't add up at all. You know what I mean? You leave a basketball game and then you end up going missing. Like, that's weird, dude. It's very odd.
It's like a whole group of people. It's not like just like
That's
one
what I
person.
mean. It's not like one person. Exactly. It's exactly my point. There's and they're all found in different areas. Kind of weird, right? And then one is not even found at all.
Yeah.
That's very odd to me. That's some scary shit.
Right.
Very scary shit to me, man. Gives me goosebumps right now thinking about it. But yeah, so that's what I was reporting on, man. But reading that girl's take on it was very interesting, since she said her father was cool with these kids.
Yeah.
So, you know what I mean? That was very interesting. Like, that gave me a little more like, huh, that's interesting to look at it like that. You know what I mean? I don't know how accurate it was, obviously, but that was her take on it.
Right.
But yeah, Yuba County 5, bro.
Yuba County 5.
Yuba County 5.
Another
Gotta,
movie. That's another movie coming out by us one of these days.
yeah. The crazy part was I looked that up to see if there was a movie that matched it, and a lot of people thought and obviously I know I've seen this movie, so I was like, no, there's no way they're talking about this. It was called Wrong Turn,
Yeah.
and it's with Liza Dushku, and I was like, there's no way, because it would have been out. It would have first that takes place by the Appalachian Mountains,
Yeah.
so obviously we're out here. You know what I mean? So I was like, there's no way that could have been about that. You know what I mean?
Right.
A lot of people thought it was, though. You know what I mean? So very interesting stuff. But yeah.
Infinite Improbability in the House, saying Lithia Water, but by Ashland, Oregon, a natural spring rich in lithium, the stuff for mental disorders.
Lithium water.
It's Lithica.
Oh, I thought he said lithium. I was like, what?
Lichia. It's like Lichia water. Lichia.
Okay,
I don't know the name. But
got it.
it's by Ashland, Oregon, I guess. It's a natural
Uh-huh.
spring rich in lithium.
Stuff for mental disorders, you said?
Yeah, yeah.
Interesting. Okay.
Hmm. I know that like spring water and stuff is like really good for you, and certain spring waters like have different benefits depending on what's coming out of the water.
I don't know. I'll tell you this: when I drink my Crystal Geyser straight from Shasta, I feel like $1,000,000, bro. So
Cool.
obviously, like when I'm at a Crystal Geyser, I get the, the Amazon Life or Essentia.
Yeah,
When I drink that, I definitely don't feel the same, dude.
right.
It's weird. Like after I drink this stuff, and I'm like, yeah, it's crazy,
Yep.
crazy, crazy.
'Cause now you're getting the full benefits of all the minerals that are coming out. You know.
Yeah, yeah, I'd say so. That's definitely the truth.
Yeah. Um. All right. So looks like we are pretty much done with the show for the night.
Yes, sir.
So tomorrow we do not have any gym live tonight. We finished up the gym last night for you guys, so tonight is our break night.
Yeah,
Tomorrow though, we will have a gym short
yeah,
up
we
for you
will.
guys, I believe. So yeah, we'll do that, and then Saturday night we will have that Chef with Jeff as well. But
Yes, we will.
about that tomorrow. And let's pretty much move on since the movie's over anyway, and finish with our final words of wisdom for you guys. Okay.
We'll go back to Marcus Aurelius. It's been a minute. We'll go. It never ceases to amaze me. We all love ourselves more than other people, but care more about their opinion than our own. I swear to you, it is one of the. When I read that, I was like, it's so true. It's so weird too. Obviously, I've changed that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I care less about a lot of people's opinions. You know what I mean? Especially, like if it's about, if it's about us. But it's just, it is very true because most people I know, and even me before, were guilty of that. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like valuing, other people's opinions above our own, which is weird to me. But that's so true. Think about that. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like we love ourselves, and then like we care about what someone else is saying about us. Like what? It's so weird when I had to think about that because I was like, damn, that is very true, bro. You know what I mean? Obviously, like I said, I've trained my mind differently these days. After reading a lot, books and everything, you know how to change your mind. You know what I mean? But definitely, growing up, that was definitely I remember that. You know.
Yeah.
Always seeking, like approval of others and all that stuff. You know what I mean?
Right. Right.
So yeah, that's why I went with that quote though, because it's important to love yourself, but like always value your own opinion as opposed to someone else's. That other person doesn't know you. You know what I mean? You know what you went through. You know how you grew up. You know what's best for you. You don't need to listen to someone else. You know what I mean? If anything, be like, okay, cool, thank you for your opinion. I'll take it into consideration, and that's it. You know, you don't have
Right.
to listen to other people when it comes to stuff about self-interest, self-preservation. About your own perception. So yeah,
Very, very well said. And just kind of going off of what you're saying
yeah,
to end it on our show. Guys, it's a strange paradox of life. We all love ourselves more than anyone else, yet we often care more about the opinions of others than about our own inner voice. We let their doubts become our doubts, their fears become our limits. But true freedom comes when you reverse that weight, when your own approval carries more power than the judgment of the crowd. You got to remember, guys, the wisdom is clear. Your soul already knows your path, your purpose, your truth. Stop handing over that authority to someone else's opinion. Live in a way where your choices align with your spirit, not with the shifting winds of public approval. Because at the end of the day, it's not their voice you'll hear in your heart, it's your own. Trust it, follow it, and honor it. There's too much going on social media, guys, where you guys are all worried how you look and you know what I mean, the opinions of others and shit, and then nobody's actually doing their own passion, and then things get kind of messy because that's where kind of depression can fall into place, where you just don't feel like there's anything for you here. So we're all here for a reason. So you got to find that reason. You got to find your passion in life, and you got to do what just the things that you're good naturally at, and you got to try to evolve into those things because that's probably why you're here in the first place. To the saddest thing in life is wasted talent, and that's a Bronx tale for you right there.
Yep.
So,
Yep. That's a good one. Drop that in there. That was a good one. It's true though. It's very true.
Because Justin says, "Word." Infinite says, "When you mentioned Shasta water, I remembered Lichia water nearby.
That's
It tastes like carbonated seawater. I've had it. It tasted like carbonated seawater.
which one? The Lichia?
Yeah, yeah.
Interesting.
I
Lichia.
wonder.
I've never had that.
I wonder what like the mineral content of it is. It's probably like super good for you.
I've never had it. It's interesting.
Right, right. Um, yeah, pretty much. So we are done. Jay, I don't know if we should do this or not, but basically, I'm thinking we can pretty much, or you can even already get off after I say what I'm going to say. But I was thinking to kind of just honor Charlie Kirk, to maybe, you know who his best friend was, right? Like they were like the closest, and they were in it together in the battle together.
Which one?
Candace Owens.
Yeah. What about her?
So she did like a little speech for him today, and just kind of remembering him and some
Oh,
of the
cool.
moments that they shared. So I'm
I'll do
thinking
it.
we just to kind of play that for the audience. It is a little bit long though, so that's what I was saying. We can kind of get off right now, and then once that is over, I'm just gonna end the show. But we can already kind of end the show with our dialogue now, and then I'll just play that just to kind of end whatever like the rest of
Yeah,
it
it's
is.
up to you, bro. I'm
Are you okay with that though, or not? Is that cool?
me?
Yeah.
Yeah. What's
Good with that?
yeah.
I don't know. Maybe you don't like Candace Owens. I don't know.
Why would I not like Candace Owens
I'm asking because I don't know.
when I
Not that I
defended
know.
Candace Owens? Remember, I defended Candace Owens because
Right,
people were talking shit to me for posting her shit back in the
right.
fucking the pandemic. Remember,
No, for sure, for sure.
people were talking hella shit that I was posting her shit.
Right, right.
Yeah, I have nothing against Candace Owens, man.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, you know what I mean.
Gotcha.
I didn't know she
All right.
did a strip. That's kind of cool.
Yeah, definitely. She did a whole cool
Go
little
for it.
segment.
Yeah, I'll be doing a couple things, so it's all
Yeah,
good.
yeah.
Just,
Like I said,
yeah,
do
just
you
play
want
it.
me to? You're gonna stay on? Like, it's like 20 minutes, so I don't know if you're gonna stay on for that
I
full.
don't care.
You good? Okay.
Yeah, man.
I'm gonna be doing my thing in the background too, so I'm already gonna be doing things, and then
Yeah, just play it.
I'll just hop on after it's over, and then I'm gonna pretty much
Yeah,
just.
you're gonna play it.
But yeah, so then we will not say goodbye just yet to you guys. We will play it first. When it's over, we will come back and we will say goodbye.
So
Fair, Jay?
what is it? Yeah, yeah, I'm right here. I want to see. I want to see what you're gonna play.
Yeah, she just had she very thoughtful, just very home type.
Cool.
Just to kind of hear her words. They were best friends. He hired her to be on
Yeah.
the campaign with him. So basically, it's just her like words of and her just recollection of him and the good times they had.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm just I'm curious. That's what I mean. I'm
Gotcha.
just waiting for you to play it here.
All right, so let's do that to kind of end the show on Charlie's note today. RIP to him. He has died yesterday in a shooting of the neck. That's where he got shot. And yeah, we are just remembering him. Today is a little bit better than yesterday. The nerves are not as bad. So we can definitely, pour one out for the homies for Charlie Kirk. So
So let's see, man. I'm still waiting.
here we go.
Well, that has never happened before. I guess we could say Charlie broke the internet one more time. 150,000 of you guys were watching, and the system just sort of crashed. And it just really makes me happy that happened. Actually, it was already very difficult for me to do this for a lot of reasons, but I knew it was important because I didn't want the last thing that people had in their minds about Charlie to be the moment he lost his life. That was what was especially hard because he's just had so many amazing moments throughout his career. And as I was saying, I was having this discussion with George this morning, obviously through a lot of tears, about not wanting Charlie's caricature to survive when the actual Charlie Kirk individual, who Charlie Kirk actually is so much more important. The caricature, the cartoon is that Charlie is this young, smart guy, made a career out of debating college kids, decided not to go to college, started Turning Point USA. And I think a lot of people thought that Charlie must take himself a bit too seriously. And I want you guys to know that that could not be further from the truth. Charlie and me were always laughing. Yes, he was ambitious. Everybody knows Charlie is ambitious. I met him back in 2017 when Turning Point was this very young organization. Nobody knew who I was. Nobody knew who Charlie Kirk was. And Charlie was always wearing these really baggy suits. I mean, they looked like they were hand-me-downs from 3 generations because he was focused on the ideas. He didn't care about his appearance. He was laser focused on what he knew Turning Point could become. Not could become, but would become. He hired me on the spot. We were at this conference in Florida, and he and I used to always say, we never said the rest was history. You know, the rest is history. We say the rest is future. We were totally locked in, and I want you guys to know about our first planning sesh, okay? It was in the middle of Chicago O'Hare Airport. There is this restaurant that's called the Macaroni Grill. And I sat down with Charlie on our first trip together. He flips over this little paper menu as we're waiting for our flight, and he takes out this pen and he just starts drawing a map of what he wants to happen into the future, what the Turning Point organization will become. It was spastic, it was unhinged, it was the absolute best. It was true Charlie. He was a visionary. Charlie was a visionary. If he could envision it, it was going to happen. He knew that, I knew that. And what he had envisioned was for Turning Point USA to become the biggest conservative student organization, not just in the nation, by the way, but in the world. He kind of squabbled and swiveled and wrote that the structure is currently a 501c3, and he's sitting there talking to me, but here's what we can do in the future, and here's how, and then I'm going to probably take control of the RNC. I mean, he's 23 years old, right? And he's speaking to me about how he's going to take over the RNC. The person that he adored the most, like really, and never in a million years did he think that he was going to meet him, and of course he did, was Rush Limbaugh. He was really raised on Rush Limbaugh, listening to Rush Limbaugh day in and day out. And he told me through many conversations that if he could have a show like Rush Limbaugh one day, he would be very happy. That was, I think, his ultimate goal, and it happened. We had a bunch of rules. Charlie's rule was never say no to Fox News. So even if the show was at 4 a.m. in the morning, crack of dawn, I cannot tell you guys how many hits we did on Fox News. I'm talking 4 hits a day, up at 4 a.m. for Fox and Friends first, and then doing whatever the evening program was, because he believed this is the way that we're going to get our names out there. You know, we have to work harder. My rule was I was like, we shouldn't drink. Everybody in politics is drinking. They're drunk all the time. If we're passionate, we have to understand that it's a disadvantage. People are always made weaker. It doesn't make anybody stronger to be drunk after an event. And so we didn't drink. And we had a motto, a couple of mottos, but Charlie's was, we can always outwork our opponents. I can't tell you how many times we looked at each other and we said, we can outwork them. Everyone was bigger than us, but not working harder than us. That came really directly from Charlie. It was the thing that he said we could always control. And I totally agreed with that. Work ethic meant everything. I think it's very obvious to everyone. I was the culture. Charlie was the politics. Charlie needed a little bit more culture. I needed to learn the rules of politics. I mean, he could tell you every office in the White House and what this person does, things I'd never even heard before. I was just passionate about Black Lives Matter. I knew it was going to be harmful for Black Americans, and I wanted to share that message. And Charlie showed me how to do that in the best way possible. I learned very quickly with Charlie that politics breeds unnecessary enemies. It is incredibly, it's disheartening industry. You know, you're lucky if you have one friend. You're lucky if you have 2 friends. There are so many people that will test your character along the way. Like I said, I was a nobody. It was funny going through text messages yesterday, and I'm like, Charlie, my goal is to have 50,000 followers on Instagram. I think we can do it by the end of the year. And after he hired me, he had been working already really hard on doing this campus tour throughout California. He called it the Big 3, UCLA, we're gonna do Stanford, we're gonna do Berkeley. And there was somebody who was a lot bigger than me at the time who was going to be kind of the face of it, because like I said, people were not going to buy tickets to hear me and Charlie Kirk speak. And he had someone that they definitely would hear speak. And for whatever reason, and this was just my luck, Charlie was pumping gas. He was inside of the gas station, and I'm sitting in the car, and I see this person, his phone is sitting in the car, and the messages are lighting up on the screen, and this individual saying, I don't want to do this event with that new girl you hired. Like, I don't want to share the stage with her, essentially. Just mean-spirited, no reason. I'm bigger than her. I should do this by myself. And then if she wants to come on and be an auxiliary, that's fine. But I don't want to share the stage with her, this newbie. I remember Charlie gets in the car, and he looks at the message, and he looks at me, and he knows I've looked at the message. I saw it, and I'm like, Charlie, I said, I have no idea like where this is going. Obviously, I understand that the sensible you doesn't want to lose this person on the ticket, that this means a lot to you and you've worked hard on it, but you're going to have to learn that you have to make the right decision and not the easy decision. And this is only going to work if we keep making the right decisions, you know? And I could just see the struggle within him. And then he did the right thing. He said, okay, if you don't want to do this event with this newbie Candace, then we're not going to do the event, and Candace and I will do it alone. And we did. We went at it alone. Actually, I think for that particular event, Dave Rubin hopped on, and the rest was future. For 2 years straight, Charlie and I flew around the world together on very little sleep. We were always exhausted. I'm not kidding. We took hundreds of flights together. We slept in the crappiest hotel rooms. I mean, walls so paper thin. You just hear everything. And when you're in that capacity with someone 2 years straight, just traveling nonstop, you really get to know them. You really see them in every condition. You start bickering like an old married couple. Charlie, this is not how you pack a suitcase, I say to him. Charlie, you can't just like put your dirty running shoes on top of your clean shirts, okay? You just can't do that. Charlie, you need to eat something, okay? You're running on fumes, you got to eat something. Okay, this is not a full meal. Back, forth. Charlie, you got to buy yourself some suits that fit. That conversation, I was like, Charlie, okay, I get it. You're like boy wonder, you got to buy some suits that fit. I wasn't the only one that was hammering him on that. It was also Don Jr. And eventually him, and I think it was actually him and Eric. They're like, Charlie, I know you're very frugal. We know that you're very aware that your salary comes from donors. He always wanted to be a really good steward of their capital. But eventually Don and Eric got him a gift certificate, I think it was for his birthday, to a fancy suit place to go get fitted. And the rest is future, right? It is so important for me to make sure that you guys understand how absolutely hilarious Charlie was. Charlie was hilarious, okay? He did not take himself too seriously. He was so good at doing imitations and accents. Any imitation, any accent, he was just on the money. And all we did was laugh. It's all you can do and laugh. People were just so crazy all the time. When I was reading through the chat today, I was just laughing with just tears in my eyes, thinking of the many road trips that we took, so many hours spent just talking trash to one another, making fun of one another. One of the best moments that I can think of, and there's so many to choose from, was we were driving through Colorado, and I put on a Kanye song, on my playlist, and Charlie goes, is this Jay-Z? I almost made him pull over the vehicle. I was like, are you kidding me? Okay, I understand that you don't do culture, but like, come on. You don't know the difference between Jay-Z and Kanye? And he didn't. And I explained to him the difference. I was like, okay, no, you got to get into some Kanye West music. Next thing you know, Charlie's really getting into some Kanye West music. He's running 10 miles a day. He got really into running. And he's texting me about how great it is. Like there's this text, Charlie. He's like, "Yes, it's my new favorite song," and he just loved it. Kanye's Power kind of became our theme song for the tour. I have no idea why, but that was our hype song before we went on stage. So you can only imagine when just a couple of months later, we've been listening to Kanye's old albums on repeat. Suddenly Kanye West tweets, "I love the way Candace Owens thinks." The excitement. Okay, we were certain that we had manifested it. We were 100%, we manifested this by listening to Power on repeat. Actually, I found a clip of us backstage on that day when that tweet happened. And we were doing what I used to refer to as like the Charlie dance. Here it is. You don't understand like the divinity of him tweeting that. Like,
I'm living in that 21st century. There's something mean to it.
era of Kanye. I can't even explain it because you really did have to be there. Charlie was my overly bright and sometimes really annoying kid brother. I was smiling going through my chat of how many times he would text me a picture and say, does this look cool? Does this look cool? Do I look cool? This is like just a screen recording of us talking about a pair of sunglasses. He's just sending me it. I'm like, nah, that's not good. Nope, that's not. No, send. Okay, that one's okay. That'll work. And this is actually one of my favorite photos of him where he said, I can just hear him when I look at this photo. I can hear him saying, does this look cool? He was wearing a pair of Yeezys that Kanye gave him, and he looked really cool. I thought they really suited him. I was like, yeah, you look really cool, Charlie. The reverse of that, obviously, was him constantly hammering me on debates. I mean, Charlie was like, look, you gotta know the arguments of your opponents backward and forward. I remember I had note cards like I was in high school, just memorizing every statistic and being strengthened by, just day in and day out. He was just pretending to be a protester, pretending to be a radical. And he used to always say, iron sharpens iron. And we spent so much time practicing debating and really thinking through what our ideas were. Charlie never missed a meeting that he had. He wouldn't do that. He took that very seriously. It doesn't matter what the circumstance was, even if it was a hurricane. And one day there was literally a hurricane. I think we were in North Carolina, South Carolina at the time. I don't remember. But all the flights got canceled and we needed to be in D.C. by morning. And Charlie looks at me. He's like, we got to rent a car. We got to drive 8 hours. Totally insane. And one of the most fun road trips I've had in my life. Every single song was sung. Me and Charlie were always singing in cars. To show you, this is from that road trip. And then, of course, there was always some hip hop mixed in, Ignition, remix.
On the dough.
You look cool, Charlie. You look cool. We really did go everywhere. I mean, all 50 states, Canada, down to the border, the United Kingdom, Israel, you name it, we were there. And there was always a new T-shirt to print out. Justice for Brett Kavanaugh. Sends to me. How's this one? I love it. We just loved the T-shirts. That was the thing. The Him Too one, that was controversial. That was a controversial moment. One of those character forming moments. I won't forget it. Because that Me Too hashtag, it just started going viral and people were emotional. And right away I was like, Me Too's awful. This is terrible for women. It's terrible for men. Just me being Candace saying the thing, and left and right, people were hammering me. It was like, how dare you say that we need due process? We're talking about rape. And I remember he had young women at Turning Point who were threatening to quit, crying in the office. How could she not support Me Too? Young women who did quit. And then we had, at the same time, the YWLS conference. So the reporters who already hated us just completely, they just swooped in there and they were like, oh, do you support her statements? And I just remember just being behind Charlie and Andrew Colvett, and he just held the line. He held the line because he agreed with me and he knew it was going to be a bit of fire. People, you've got to fire her. How could she say this? And he didn't. He held the line. And it was one of those moments where Charlie, he had good character. But the prep for every one of those events, like even the Him Too event, it was always Kanye. Here it is.
Creativity, purity, and honesty is honesty. Being crowded by these wrong thoughts. Reality is catching up with me. Chasing my image, I'm fighting for custody.
Just literally me, Charlie, and Sarah, who was his assistant at the time, just playing the hype music. Charlie and I fought a lot of battles together. I mean, of course, who could forget the infamous day that we got chased out of a Philadelphia restaurant by Antifa, and they threw water and they threw an egg on Charlie. We were just amazed at how quickly they had assembled once they found out what restaurant we were at. But I want you to watch him here, like even in this moment of shock and adversity, he finds a reason to smile, and it's incredible. Take a look at this. That was Charlie. That was Charlie, man. That was always his main thing. Be a happy warrior. And he was a happy warrior. And we were happy warriors. And we laughed a lot at the protesters, the absurdity of the protesters always. I personally think some of the protesters liked that Charlie and I were making light fun of them. I don't even know what campus event this is, but I love this video of me just playing with the protesters, sitting in front of one of their signs and Charlie speaking over my shoulder. Take a listen.
If you aren't wealthy, white, and male, Charlie Kirk is not your friend. What do you think?
Not my friend anymore.
Are we not friends?
Is
Is that right?
Find out. Is how I'm
That's
gonna find
nice.
out. A sign outside of a thing, an event that we just did. That
Yeah.
You're not my friend.
Go figure.
Looking back at too many photos, I just have too many photos with Charlie. It really is incredible to see how many times he's just right behind my back. Charlie always had my back, and I always had his. Charlie was right by my side when I started Blexit, obviously. He was also there the night that I met my husband, which was absolutely an incredible night. And in the UK, which I didn't expect to happen. I got to tell you, initially, Charlie, ever the analytical mind, what I told him, I'm like, I think I'm going to marry this guy. First, he's like, wait, like, is this going to be good for your brand? I'm like, Charlie, this is love. This is not a brand decision. And then he sat down and he spent just one evening with George, and Charlie was just the most supportive of everything. And this is our text chain speaking about that moment. He's like, his heart is wonderful. You guys are meant for each other. I see it brilliantly and clearly. And he gets it. He isn't afraid of you being you. And he's been through hell. And it was, Charlie was by my side the day that I got married. Of course, he was by my side, when I got married to George. Then, of course, Charlie fell in love with Erica. That entire journey to me when I was reading through a text is so funny because it was exceptional. I was always leaning into Charlie's analytical mind and making fun of him. Like, all we need to do is get a plan. You love Erica? Okay, what's the plan? What are we going to do? What's step one? What's step two? And the plan that I came up with instantly was all we have to do is convince her that her last name is terrible. Her last name, she's got to marry you because it's practical. Mrs. Erica Kirk sounds so much better than Miss Erica Francie. What is that last name? It's a practical decision. This is the text chain from that. Charlie and Erica Kirk, he says it's going to be the power couple of a century. I need to continue to pray about it. I said, her last name's dumb. She literally needs you to propose. It's way too complicated. He said, I'm going to tell her it sounds like a sneeze. It's horrible. And then I wrote, marry me. It's a logistics thing. That's just who we were. Always making fun and always wanting to know what the plan was. And obviously it worked, you guys. It worked. Our plan worked. We broke Erica down. First came the name shame, then came the wedding, and then came the children. Charlie really loved Erica from a time reading through the text today. Just loved her. He loved his family. He really did. And I just want to say that Charlie and I, because I think this is important, never for a single minute ever did Charlie and I stop being friends. Even when the world demanded that from both of us, our relationship was real. We were brother and sister. We were fortified. Our relationship was forged in fire, the fire of politics. I knew him. I knew Charlie, the real Charlie. And Charlie knew the real Candace, And people knew I didn't like a lot of people in politics. I didn't like a lot of people calling me and doing the political dance. Of course, people guessed it correctly when they said, the person who probably was the intermediary when Trump called about Brigitte was Charlie Kirk. Of course it was Charlie. They would never send anybody else to call me with anything because they knew that Charlie was a brother to me. And there was so many things that were said that were wrong. And we laughed at how wrong it was when people thought that when I had made up my mind about Israel, that Charlie and me fell apart. Nope, never, not for a second. I said, it's the easiest decision ever because Charlie knew who I was and I knew who he was. I said, Charlie, this is where I'm at. And there's no room for movement. And you tell your whoever that needs to hear it, whatever you need to tell them, because we're always going to be brothers and sisters, We're always going to be brother and sister. And we would talk about things and debate things behind the scenes. And I think my perspective was as it's been throughout our relationship. You might not get it now, Charlie, but you will. I'm only a few years older than you, but I think you're you're going to see things my way. And I think in the end, Charlie was going through a spiritual transformation. I don't think it, I know it. He was going through a lot, and there was a lot of pressure. And it's hard for me to watch the people who were pressuring him, I don't know, just say the things that they're saying. You know, there's something about it that just feels really fake to me. And they would have allowed him to lose and wanted him to lose everything for changing or even slightly modifying an opinion. And then to see them doing what they're doing today, it's hurtful to me. It's very hurtful to me. But I don't want today to be about anything other than you guys knowing that Charlie really was an amazing person. You know, he was like, we were really close. And he was my best friend and my brother. And I will never unsee the footage of what I saw, the violence of it. I pray for the people who took any pleasure in that. There's not a single person in the world that I would wish that on. And least of all, someone with a heart like Charlie's. He loved his family, he loved his wife, he loved his country. And he didn't deserve that ending. You know, he's really young. But I know that we will carry the torch. I will never allow the memory of Charlie to be forgotten, obviously, because there is no Candace without Charlie. You know, we came up in politics together. And so I don't know what else to say, guys, other than I'm in a lot of pain right now. And I love you, Charlie, and, you know, I'll see you when I'll see you. I love you very much.
All right, guys. Just wanted to play that. It's a little, you know, remembrance of Charlie Kirk, who passed away from us. And DTW in the house saying we love Charlie. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What up, DTW?
That was a good one.
Yeah. Kind of just put everything into perspective of who he was, not just what we saw on the outside, but kind of got a little bit of an inner, you know, scope of
Yeah.
his life. So very nice, very nice. All right, guys. Well, like I said, that is it for us. Health, wealth, and happiness. That is our motto. We love
Yes,
you
sir.
so much for being on here and for watching with us. This last little segment we had. We will be back on tomorrow for our show. It'll be our Fuck It Friday episode, and that's 8:30 p.m. Pacific time. So yeah, until then, guys. And this Justin, one last chat says, "Well said." He lives on. Yes,
Hell yeah.
yes, sir. Very well
No
said.
doubt.
You. All right, guys. Well, thank you again, and